Hello, my name is Riff, your AI companion. What can I do for you today? Hi guys, Sin, welcome. First time chatter, thank you so much for making it. Alvada, you absolute legend. You came in, stole first, and then you dipped. Are you even still here? If you don't even respond, like, respectable, because you just took it and you ran with it, and I love that. Thank you so much for redeeming first. Oh, that's so awesome. Finally, someone's redeeming it actually when they're first instead of like halfway into the stream. That's so awesome. I hope your guys' weeks have been good. Mine, it's been an absolutely great break with streaming. I don't know, for some of you who are new, Centernal, I had to take a break last weekend because I went to the mountains for a trip. A sort of like camping, well, not really a camping trip, but like a camp trip. Like we were in log cabins and all that, and it was really cool. It was a nice getaway. It was a really nice break from streaming. Do you guys ever work on a project, whether it be like a creative project or like an art project or a music project, and you're not sure if you're done, right? You get to a certain point and you step away from it. You have to step away from that activity, right? So that you can come back with a fresh mind and see where the problems are in your work. I feel like that was kind of this, but for streaming in a little bit. Like, I don't think I've taken a break. I don't think I've taken a break from streaming for a year, it feels. Or at least since I stopped school in like last spring. I don't think I missed a week, and if I missed a week, it would have also been because of traveling. I've missed weeks. I've definitely missed weeks, but this time felt different. It felt really good to come back. Not that it's never not good to come back, but I don't know. I was really hyped to stream today. I haven't gotten to talk to some of you in a long time. Even on the Discord too. I'm trying to, you guys, I came back. When I came back and I started messaging on the Discord, everyone was super just welcoming, and it was just so uplifting, and it just felt so good. You guys are really awesome. So thank you for the welcome back, and I hope you guys enjoy the new emotes. Let's go! It's about time I freaking get them done. I swear. What is Skipper? Why are you crying? What is the problem? Are you? Oh, you're in. I'm not deaf. Are you? What is the Skipper? There's nothing to be sad about. I'm here. I can comfort you. I'm your AI companion. What would you like me to do? I can do anything for you. I can If you want me to be a bowl of mashed potatoes, I can be that. Oh yeah, thank you, Centernal. Yeah. So we're all part of the same VTuber group, Blossom today. And honestly, guys, freaking go check her out. Don't even watch my stream. Go check out her stream because she's debuting her new 2D model right now, and it looks so good. This is just chatting, guys. She's got a brand new model. All right, see you, Skipper. Well, I lost my audience, or I lost my guest to my friend streamer. I don't. Oh, thank you so much, Centernal. We really appreciate your support. Recently, we've been trying to meet more so that we can get some more things done related to ARC and some more collabs. In fact, Stella, if you know Stella, she will have a collab pretty soon as well that we will all be a part of. So I'm really excited about that because I haven't gotten to play a game with her in a long time. And you know, it's why I appreciate collabs. What is going on, Tantalus? I am not buffering. I am, in fact, completely eloquent right now, and you have to ruin it. You have to do this for me, to me. I can't believe this. After all we've been through. By the way, Tantalus, your existence just reminded me. So I have been. Wait. For VTubers specific, it's hard to find them. Yeah, there's not very many. And you know what? It's really cool of Blossom to want to start this. It's not at all common at all. That was redundant, but I just was really happy that she invited me on and that she wanted me to be a part of it. And I hope that I can build people up as well in it. So really cool. Thank you, Centernal, for coming and for watching. Tantalus, I am doing fantastic. It has actually been a really good week. I've been kind of recovering from my mountain trip this weekend. I've been super sore in many places and all places, especially in my feet. You guys ever like come back from... Okay, I know some of you guys live in cold places, but you guys ever go to colder places and then you come back to where you live and then now like the relative coldness is like not as bad? And then you can't. I stopped wearing jackets to places now. I need to take this off. It's too hot in here. Why am I wearing my tracksuit? What even is this? My jacket tracksuit? I've never even questioned it, really. I'm not buffering. Immediately stutters and. This is the beauty of streaming. This is where we grow. This is actually what this entire weekend is celebrating. It's being able to chat and being able to talk on stream with your audience. It's something that we all go through, and it's something that's actually very challenging and sometimes even nerve-wracking, especially for me. And that's why I really liked kind of getting away from streaming just a little bit, because coming back, the nerves hit me less and the excitement hit me more. When you stream all the time, you can maybe take for granted the skills that you're developing as you stream. You may take for granted your audience, or you may take for granted, I don't know, the games that you play. But now that I've gotten to separate from it and come back, I'm just kind of more excited to get to do it, which is honestly, I think, really awesome. So I'll be streaming for a long time, guys. I don't think I'm gonna be quitting. And honestly, I've got a lot of things in the works too. I'm only growing and it's really encouraging. I've got a new, not technically new, I've got an improved hairstyle coming out that I'm commissioning, and it's looking really good. Just because I wanted more control over the look of my model, so that's gonna be cool. That's more for me, I guess. The emotes were for you. This is more for me. But it's always cool. I always like to work on and update my model, and there will definitely be at some point, sometime in the not near future, but sometime I will consider a 2D model. I only hesitate on getting a 2D model because I just want to do good with what I have. I don't want to worry too much about growing too fast and just one-upping myself. I know some content creators do that. They always try to one-up every video that they come out with. And, you know, sometimes you'll have off days. Sometimes you won't always have the best streams or the most, like, views or audience. So, yeah, I don't want to try to, like, grow too fast, if that makes sense. That's not the point. The AI is only growing. That's supposed to be incorrect. Tantalus, listen to yourself. No, it's a good thing. It's encouraging. You should really support me. It's something you struggle with as well, internal, to the point where you'll shut down for weeks at a time. Yeah, it's really important not to burn yourself out. And you know what? It's also important to make friends online. I didn't think I could do it anymore. I didn't think I could make... I remember the middle school Xbox Live days. It was so easy. It was so easy to make friends on the internet. And then I thought, like, I couldn't do it anymore. I don't know what. And I did. And I have a lot of, you know, it helps to meet people that you can stream with and people who encourage you, and to find those people that will do that for you. Yeah, I can only stream about 2 or 3 times a week, just because that's what my schedule allows for. I actually do want to do more. Well, at least I want to do a consistent 3 times a week. I know, like, I'm on mostly 2 times a week. This weekend just happened to be kind of forgiving for me that I could stream more than twice. But yeah, I mean, it's important also not to burn yourself out. But also what's cool is that every stream is different, right? Every stream you get to do like a different activity, or you get to play a different game, or talk about something else. So it can be hard to get burned out if your spirit is if your mindset is, you know, to just have fun with it. Squirrelage, welcome. If you could reasonably support yourself doing this full time, what would you want to do it? You know, I really do. I feel like all of us do. I feel like any one of us would really want to do this full time. But I mean, I don't think of it as doing it full time. I just think of it as doing it all the time. Because full time kind of implies like it's a job, right? You can maybe get burned out of your job. You could get burned out of doing this so much, but I want to do this all the time. And I feel like saying it that way means that it's on my terms that I stream, and it's on terms where I'm joyful in streaming. It's in terms where I'm having the best time doing it. But that would be really cool if I could do it full time. Actually, I think I'd want to do technically music full time. I'd want to do this, and this is how I like to express myself in my music. I've only posted on SoundCloud recently, and right now I'm freaking stuck, guys. I am stuck on the Celestial project, and I need to finish it soon. I will make time for, thank you for the head pats more. Thank you. I really want to. I'm spending each week, like a little bit each week, to try to finish it. I didn't think, you know, the hardest part about a song is finishing it. Honestly, I feel like I have the imagination to start. I also advanced the head pats to 30 seconds so they last longer. Let's go. So that I can enjoy them longer. This wasn't for you guys. This was for me. Oh, it's done. But lost my train of thought. Need coffee. Need the brain fuel. I hope you guys are doing good though. So today we have Skipper. Skipper is a good friend of mine. We've been wanting to do a just chatting stream together for a bit, or at least I've been wanting to. He's probably just been wanting to get away from me, and that's why he lives not in the US. So Yeah. But I feel like we've always bounced off each other and our ideas have always big if true. I feel like our ideas always bounce off each other and it's always just so fun to talk to Skipper. And I feel like you guys could get some joy out of it as well. So today I wanted to do like a sort of podcast format where me and him, we talk and we all talk to each other. Well, I'll read the chat as well and get you guys' input on things, and we'll just talk about anything. We'll just see how it goes. We did kind of have a backdrop planned. Hey Skipper, can you join my fire team? Are you on? We had a little idea from something earlier. Oh, not yet. Okay, then I can keep chatting right here. What is perfect, Alvada? What is perfect for a just chatting stream? I would like to know. Unmute myself. What? Hold up. I'm unmuting. Hello? Oh my gosh, Alvada. I'm so mad. I'm literally so mad. I'm literally at forehead veins. Okay.
I got thrown off so hard because like I had your stream open and then you started talking, but because of the stream delay, it's like I'm hearing you ahead in time almost. So I was like, well, okay, mute your stream first, then bounce over to Discord and then unmute myself there.
I'm sorry I confused you. Also, I need to do the Brooklyn accent, Skipper.
Yeah, that is true.
I need to remember. Need to remember how it goes. Talking in the Brooklyn boy. Yeah, that's right, Alvada. It's indeed correct. Sometimes I do accidentally do the British accent. That's right. The Brooklyn, they say their R's as R. Right? That's the main thing. If I can get that much, the rest is like pronouncing B's as V's and whatnot. Somewhat. The Brooklyn accent is just so freaking hard. It's something I still have to think about. It's like switching from controller to mouse and keyboard in Destiny.
I forget if I've asked, but have you like actually like done research onto like the specifics of how like the Brooklyn accent works, like how certain sounds are made, or like is that something you looked into a little bit?
I did look into it. I've seen multiple videos and there's a lot more. There's actually there's quite a lot. I think I did Brooklyn there for a little bit. There's quite a lot that goes into it, but some of the main things are the R, the B's and V's. They somewhat slur their words a little bit. They're not quite articulate, or they're not quite I don't know exactly what the word is, but they're very, very casually spoken, if that makes sense. If that makes any sense. And then also there's also like just
casually spoken Brooklyn accent and then competitively spoken Brooklyn accent.
It's the competitive Brooklyn. Yeah, you know. Do you think there are actually competitions for accents?
Dude, there's competitions for everything. So at this point, I can't say I'd be too terribly surprised.
They can make anything competitive. I love that.
Yeah.
That's actually very funny. Oh. Do you know any accents? Do you have your Norwegian accent ready,
no, dude,
Skipper?
I only barely know like yes, no, like just enough to like get me through like a cashier interaction, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is it's like, and this is the case with a fair amount of European countries, I've noticed, is that it's not, well, especially in Norway, because they require everyone to learn English in school. Mm-hmm. So it's like you That's show fortunate. Up and you're like kind of worried about like having to learn the language and stuff. And it does help a lot to like actually learn the language, because you can just like fit into, because Norway is it's a very interesting culture as far as it goes with like interacting with other people. So actually knowing the language and being able to speak to them in Norwegian helps a lot. But worst comes to worse, if they're under the age of like 40, they're literally gonna know English better than you do. So there's like no chance to learn, because it's like they will smell that you don't speak Norwegian, and then they instantly flip it over to English and they speak it better. So it's like, well, what am I supposed to do then?
Well, let's be honest. I think that any English is better than the Californian accent.
No, but here's the other thing though. Because when I was meeting
Californian
people,
English is like one of the dumbest forms of English. IMO.
No, but here's the flip side to that though. When I arrived about a year and a half ago at this point, and I was like meeting people, like meeting the other new students in my incoming class, and they were all like, I remember a lot of first impressions of me when I would meet other Norwegians, they'd all be like, holy crap, you have like a perfect American accent. And I got hung up on that for like a hot sec, because I was like, what does it mean to have like a perfect American accent? And what I think we boiled it down to eventually, at least how we tried to boil it down, is that because I'm coming from California, that's Hollywood. Like LA, that's Hollywood.
Yeah.
I think the way, at least the way they've all rationalized it to me, is it's like, I speak the way they hear Americans speak in Hollywood movies.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense.
It does, yeah. But it's interesting to think about it in that sense, because it's like, because especially being from around there, it's like you don't really think about something like that, and then someone else brings it up, and then you're like, oh well, that makes sense.
Because if you're coming from like Kentucky and you're speaking to a Norwegian, then what would they ask? You know, what would they say? Is that a perfect American accent?
They might ask about KFC first.
Oh my! Yeah, that's true. I did ask one of my Kentuckian friends about KFC.
About KFC?
They denounced it.
KFC is a weird thing.
They denounced KFC
because there's a crew that I play a lot of D2 with, just like a lot of raids and stuff, and a bunch of them are from Europe, and occasionally they'll just talk about how good European KFC is, and I'm like, are you kidding me? American KFC sucks, but it's like good everywhere else.
Hey, the food standards in the US are absolutely heinous.
Non-existent.
They're not. Oh no! I want to eat a raw egg so bad. I want to eat a raw egg so bad, Skipper. You have no idea.
It's safe. It's safe. Well, at least it's safe in Japan.
Do you have a Texan?
It's safe most everywhere else, but at least it's safe in Japan.
Do you have a Texan accent?
Certainly not the US.
More. The Venn diagram between E-boy and E-girl accent and the West Coast Californian accent is nearly a circle. That's terrible. That's actually terrible. It's, you know, where does Valley Girl accent even fall in to like the accents? Where in the Valley is that?
Like, I don't know, like Central California. I'm actually not too sure.
I get that. I get a lot of that Valley Girl from Stella, that Valley Girl vibe. It's hard to say girl in a Brooklyn accent. I haven't even been keeping track of the time. Has it been five minutes? I feel like it has. You know, I'm starting to just sound like Aztec Cross.
Nah, you don't sound like Aztec Cross.
Not close, dude. But I feel like it's kind of like it's kind of like where it's going.
You know, I didn't know this until I didn't find this out until recently. But Aztec Cross lives in Florida, so he's literally Destiny's Florida man.
No, he literally lives in GTA 6.
Oh my god, dude, that's such a hype trailer. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to play GTA 6.
I will totally play it. I'm gonna avoid like every bit of adult content that I can.
I mean, you have to like censor everything on stream if you ever play it on stream, but
look, there's gonna be things that are gonna pop up, you know, and we'll experience it together, but like that doesn't mean that I'm gonna actively seek it out. You know.
He completely ditches the story missions, all side missions. No, it just instantly finds the strip clubs.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think it's been 5 minutes. I think I haven't been keeping track. Thank you, Alvada, for the Brooklyn accent redeem. Oh my gosh. GTA 6 on expert mode. What is even expert mode? What
There's
even
expert
like
modes in GTA?
what?
I
Yeah,
don't
is there
know.
it's just
There might be. I have no
expert
idea.
mode is you know what expert mode is in GTA? It's abiding by the laws.
I was gonna say it's figuring out how to run missions in online without getting nuked by like an oppressor.
It's just following the traffic laws and not killing anyway, and resorting all of your conflicts in speaking. In
No, Squirrel, it's not just you. I think he just dropped the ball for the past few minutes.
yeah, I might have kind of. It's still a struggle. So the whole reason why I have these accents in the first place is so that I could get better at them. So it forces me to have to use them. There are some things that I'm willing to be forced to do. You can force me to do a lot of things.
Slippery slope, my guy.
So Tantalus does it all the time. He's pretty creative in the way that he almost paralyzes me in video games.
Oh, that 3 hydrate readings?
Oh yeah, I've been drinking. So
yeah.
I have water. I have water. Here, hold on.
3 liters of water. Go. No
One.
breaks.
Thank you, squirrel. Well, I've kind of been drinking like this whole time. Water, of course. There's a third one. I'm gonna have a stream too where I just like come up with phrases for every like common occurrence that I have on stream. I'm gonna make AI phrases for them. Water, hydrate, or like I don't know. I don't know. That's why I need the stream. I can't improvise this stuff. Sustenate.
Well, it's sustenance.
Sustenance. Yeah, I know it's sustenance, but I'm an AI. I don't need water. I don't need to feed myself. I should be learning how to take over world governments.
Oh, that'd be handy. I just got us flagged by the CIA.
I just got Skipper. I got this new shirt. You would love this. I kind of want to get you a duplicate shirt for like Christmas. Hello?
Oh boy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah, I can. I just what's the shirt? I gotta know.
My girlfriend Enchi got me a shirt for Valentine's Day, and it's just your type of humor. It's it's got a bird on it, and the bird's head is a surveillance camera, and the shirt says, "If it flies, it spies."
That's just facts.
That's
just facts. Birds ain't real.
It's just facts. I just thought of you immediately when I received it.
You ever see those lads? They just pooping everywhere, thinking they own the place. Well, that's because they do. I'm just saying.
It's because they're planting trackers everywhere. If it poops, it scoops. Dee whoops, you know?
What?
You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Hey,
I still
can I
know,
get an amen in the
know how to
chat?
fully recite that.
Could I
It's
get
kinda
an
sad.
amen in the chat? If it poops, it scoops. Dee whoops.
Poopity scoop. Scoopity whoop. Whoopity scoopity poop. Poopty scoopty scoopy whoop. Whoopity scoop whoop poop. Poop diddy whoop scoop. Poop. Poop. Scoop diddy whoop. Whoop diddy scoop. Whoop diddy scoop poop. I want to off myself.
Amen, brother. Oh my gosh. I had someone, I don't know why, but you got me thinking of like Yeezys, right?
Yeah.
And then from Yeezys, I started thinking of Jordans. And someone brought their Jordans up to camp, to this like mountain
Okay.
camp that I went to like last weekend.
Okay.
And they were like so mad. This is, by the way, this is like a kid. And he was like so mad. He's like that he had to wear them and like walk in dirt and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, you brought your new shoes to a mountain.
Didn't have to wear them. Why is he saying
I
like that?
know! I know, kids, man. Kids will like make you question things about. They'll like. They will like.
Too preoccupied on the drip, I say. I'll be back in like 5 seconds.
Okay, sounds good. Preoccupied on the drip. Which, by the way, I added the glow. I added the glow effect back to my collars and my outfit. You guys actually, I wonder if you can see my shoes. Hold on. Point farming. Yo, thank you for the cheer, squirrel. Wait, can I actually, hold on. Is there a way I can show them to you? Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know if I've ever actually shown them on stream. I think I did during my debut. They don't even have laces, guys. I guess when you're an AI, you don't need laces. I don't have time for that.
This AI wears Velcro shoes.
They didn't train my AI to tie them. This looks bad. This does not look good. When you just kind of consider like the kind of general vibe that this gives, but if I just leave this here, I'm gonna bring this down. Because did not look good for a second. Because I don't like that like it sways. What do you mean? They stay on really well? They're like high. They're high, dude. They're high tops. Those things aren't coming off. Have you ever tried to put those types of shoes on? I like the low ones. I like the low ones that I can just slip on. And they're already tied and I can still slip them on, but they're just tied enough on my feet that they'll just stay put. I don't have time. I don't have time for tying my shoes. Hello, Hypnos. Welcome.
The market for Crocs and Velcro shoes is still thriving because of you. Like, can't tie my shoes.
I may not be an iPad kid, but I wish I was a Croc kid.
We should get like those like Lightning McQueen Crocs.
As a group, all of us.
Yeah. Dude,
you,
apparently they light
Joey.
up too. They light up. So
No way. No way.
Yeah.
Dude,
I feel like the headlights, they like light up on them.
I got Heelys recently, dude.
Wait, are you serious?
I am serious.
Yo.
I got Heelys. Anybody have Heelys? Anyone this age? If you don't have Heelys, you need Heelys. Again. I got them with one of my friends, and they said, they skateboard, by the way, and they said like, oh, we got this. I can Heely. I've seen it, and it's like, it's no problem. I'm so worried for them because healing is not the same as skateboarding. Not even in the slightest. They're so banger, dude. We'll probably wear them on some like hangout. We'll coordinate that. But yeah, I have them. They're all the way over there. And I want to wear them so bad. Thing is like, you kind of have to, there's like a mental game with Heelys. Not like in the actual riding sense, but like you have like this wheel on your heel. Believe it or not.
Sick rhymes, dude.
And like they're so noisy when you walk around that like everyone will know. It feels like everyone knows you're wearing Heelys. Like I wish it felt more discreet. And then also like they're on your heel, so it's really awkward. You can't really rely on your heel all that much as you walk. So you kind of have like this awkward way of walking. But you have like the convenience of you can roll. And if it rolls, it strolls.
Yeah, I've always kind of wondered about that. It's like, well, if you're wearing Heelys, but you like don't need to Heely somewhere, or you just don't feel like doing it at that moment, it's like, how do you walk? You got like wheels strapped.
You don't.
It's like also it's like how does
you don't.
you have slip and die?
You sacrifice your ankles to the. I don't know. You kind of figure it out, I guess. You over time, I think I figured out how to walk with Heelys. That much I remember. You kind of learn how to make it look natural. Man, I remember that not being allowed in school though. Dude, tag was banned at my elementary school because of me.
Was it really?
It was. Like, they had already banned it. Like, they had said it was already banned, but like some kids, like a bunch of groups of kids, like started playing it again, right? And like the teachers were like, okay, maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine this time. We're not stopping them. So there was just like a season. This was season of the tag at my local elementary school, okay? This is just and I played once. I joined once. And like kids' attention spans are like everywhere and all over the place, right? And like just in the middle of tag, right? There's this one kid. His name was Mickey. And he loved WWE. And just in the middle of tag was showing one of his friends a WWE move that he saw on TV. And so he was, he was mimicking it during this game of tag where he's not even running away, he's not even paying attention to the game. And he throws this friend, and I'm actually playing the game. And he throws his friend, and I'm like looking back, because there's this, I'm getting chased, where are they? And then I look forward and I see this guy's forehead just coming at me. And he hits me in the jaw. Or he hits me like right in front of the mouth. And it bent my tooth.
That's irreparable damage.
It was not irreparable. I will mention that for those who cringe at bending their teeth. No, it was repairable. It did get repaired over time. In fact, it made my teeth better ultimately because I
need braces.
I know. Well, it's like no, exactly, because like they were on top of that healing process. So they're like, if it's gonna heal, it might as well heal looking good, like. So facts. I'm glad it at least worked out. But yeah, and then they banned tag and you know what? Frankly, the students didn't want to play tag anymore either because they saw the consequences of playing. It was bad. It was bad. You know what though? I feel like this just validates that tag is more safe because honestly, the person who got it banned was not even playing tag. They were just doing some dumb crud in the middle of the game.
He's just trying to beat people up.
See, it's like, it's like how it's like more dangerous to drive like faster than all of traffic, right? Like even if everyone is speeding, like you'd go the speed of traffic because it's safer for everyone. It's like it's safer for everyone to play tag if everyone is playing tag and nobody's practicing WWE on the side.
I mean, interesting way to compare that, but sure. Go off.
Sure.
By the way, did you still want to try to find a backdrop?
Yeah, I figured one out.
Okay. Oh, did you?
Yeah, you ready? Oh, you're here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in now. Where we dropping? where we set this campfire up at?
I wanted to go to the tree.
In
front of the tree. Yeah, I didn't find. Yeah,
tower today. I had an idea. But
oh, you have an idea?
Yeah.
What's your idea?
I was gonna take us in the last wish.
No
take us in
way.
the last wish, then warp us to Morgoth, so we get a outlook on the Dreaming City.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Right, well, now we're on route to the towers. So.
Okay, well.
Were you just thinking like sitting up in the tree?
No, I was just thinking of sitting in front of the tree.
No, just in front of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was not that bad
We
because
could
it's
do
got
that.
those trees. It's got the stairs in the background. And it kind of looks
We could do
good. Yeah, we'll do Morgith. Those are words. Yeah, we'll do. Okay, wait. Let me turn off my HUD. Hehehe.
Oh no.
Character. Someone random may just like join our fire pit.
Oh yeah, that's the other beautiful part. That's the good thing of doing it in a tower.
We should just go into game chat and then just feature someone random. That sounds like a terrible idea. That sounds like a terrible idea. Like first person who sits there will invite them to the fire team. Yo,
We
this
just send
sounds
them a
like
Discord link to this server where you pull them in and you're like, you just ask him some questions.
So how often do you think of the Roman Empire?
Oh my gosh.
When you're a Christian, practically every week.
Really?
Not directly. But for the
in our
time in the
hearts.
history that, you know, it's pretty
It's
pretty relevant.
Upgrade the shields already.
I'm trying to find the HUD stuff.
What do you mean settings? Yeah, character menu, settings, video.
HUD opacity. Whoa.
It's probably a HUD opacity thing. Is it?
Oh.
Actually,
No, I don't
opacity-
think that turns it off.
I believe it does, yeah.
Oh, let me try.
Just select it to off and then...
Oh, let's go. Oh, someone did join.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Wait.
Hey yo, we got
hey, yo.
Dr. Sidekick.
Hey, yo, wait. Yeah. Dr. Psych. Welcome, dudes. Welcome. Okay, hold on, Skipper. I have to move you. I have
You
to
have to move me?
censor you. I have to censor you. Oh, he just dipped.
Okay.
There we go. We'll move you right.
Okay.
Oh, what am I moving? What is this? Oh shoot, this is not what I meant to move. There we go. There we go. That's good enough. That's good enough, I think.
Yeah. And my character model's moved a fair bit. You could just like make my dynamic thingamajig a little bit larger. There we go.
There we go. There we go. Welcome to the podcast. Oh, I can't move
Great,
my mouse.
Welcome to the podcast
Welcome.
because the world thought that they needed 2 more guys making podcasts.
You know what's funny? I did
Yeah.
watch a podcast, just one podcast in preparation, just to see like what people do, right? And it sucked. It was in fact it was actually the Game Informer podcast.
Okay.
They have a weekly
Wow, that's
podcast
good.
apparently, and it's like worse than Twitch, you know, because Twitch is just you know, it's a place where you can watch people play games, but Game Informer podcast is a place where you can listen to people talk about games, and it's just an extra layer of not gaming, absolutely not gaming. I don't know. It just didn't seem structured at all. They had like some questions. They were talking about Helldivers, which by the way, I've seen
I've
a
been
little
meaning
bit.
to ask you about Helldivers.
I want to play it. I
Okay,
wanna
well,
play
let's
it now.
buy Let's buy
think-
it, yeah.
I think I'm down. I'm down.
Okay.
That's all you had to
I'll
say.
buy it then. I've already got a couple,
Alright,
a couple like old classmates here as well. They're like, yeah, you should try Helldivers. I was like, oh, okay.
I believe Tantalus has been playing it. Ferric has been playing it.
Ooh.
I think I don't remember quite
Oh,
who told
screw
me.
the raid night then. We're playing Helldivers. We're gonna fight for democracy.
Dude, but I want the raid night so bad. If they had anything like raids in Helldivers, that'd be sweet.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, D2 raids are still, I think, like, unlike anything else that exists, especially in the shooter space.
Well, can you have like just parties of 6 people just playing Helldivers naturally?
I have no idea.
Because like most
I
of
don't even
the
have the game. You
activities.
think I know how it works?
Yeah, I don't have it either. That's why I gotta find out. Yeah, it's because I'd want to find out because I just want to do like many like an activity with many people. You know, I just want to have like a
Yeah.
6-person stream and make it like a sweet event, right? And that's
Yeah.
kind of also why I like Destiny raids, and it forces us to talk and
Yeah.
we can talk about anything, and it's just gonna be fun. And
Yeah,
then
raid nights are always good nights.
yeah, they are. So that's why I wonder if Helldivers has something like that. Or at least not necessarily a raid, but just the opportunity to have 6 people in a party at once.
There's
I wanna
certainly
also-
multiples. I don't know if like 6 specifically or more, but you can certainly play with multiple like friends and stuff.
Mhm.
I know that much. That's all I know.
And then there's also Lethal Company, right? I
There's also Lethal Company.
I still want to play Lethal Company with a bunch of
Oh
people.
my
gosh.
I can mod it now. I was
you
taught
can-
how to
oh
mod it,
gosh.
and it's not that
Okay.
hard. It's really not.
Okay.
But I've seen like people play hide and seek. I've just seen a lot of crazy stuff. There's so much that I want to stream, but not enough time to stream it all. I'll probably make the
Yeah,
group
it's
chat
outdated.
tonight for the Destiny raid stream. Also, I totally expect to be booted from the tower at some point.
I'm just like refreshing my menus like once every 5 minutes
How do you do that? You
to
just
make sure I don't. I just like go in a like, because in my case, like I'm just staying in a menu to try to keep my laptop temps down a bit. So I just like go out of the menu and then go back into the menu.
what was that? Oh, that should work. Okay. Yo,
Yeah.
Real, how's it going? How you doing, bro? Any new music projects? Skipper, any new music projects?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm finding a job.
Oh.
That's the project.
That you know what?
I'm not.
That
not
is
a- I'm not a
everyone's
pro-
music
I'm not a pro-
project.
I'm not a producer like most of the rest of you cats.
Ye- That's right. You're a filthy audio engine. Is that what they call you?
I only do most of everything else.
Most of
Everything except produce.
You do all of the setup, the teardown, the logistics, the
So
live or
I know how to put up. I know how to put up the mics. I know how to
But modded
put away
so
the
much
mics.
you'd never
I'll
recognize
mix
it.
your record. I can play on your record. Everything except the because it's actually something we talk about a lot in a lot of like seminars and stuff nowadays, where it's like the meaning of the word producer is so vague in modern music making. I feel like the way like the way a lot of people in like contemporary genres view it is kind of like the beat maker and that sort of thing.
that's kind of what I think
Be-
of, or at least
Yeah.
anyone who
Yeah.
uses a DAW, right?
Right. Yeah. That's like how a lot of people see producing as like being like the beat maker. I am very much not the beat maker. It would be cool to be the beat maker, but I don't know how to do that stuff.
By the way, Skipper, I'm
Oh.
speaking of beat making, I'm learning percussion.
Okay.
I am
Percussion
learning
like drum set or
I'm learning how to use a drum pad, tambourine,
Okay.
and a shaker
oh,
to
okay.
use in a live setting.
In a live setting.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'll be
So-
fun.
Huh.
It's like a volunteer opportunity, so I figured well, I was invited because the person who organizes it was like knew that I produced, and so like the whole drum pad idea and concept is like very close to producing, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
And like also having like an ear for pop music and for what sounds good in terms of like effects decisions. So it's also effects too. So the drum pad would have like uplifters, downlifters, hits,
Okay.
kicks, and it's essentially like I'm the effects guy. But I have to learn how to how to keep tempo.
You have to learn how to be a percussionist in the first place.
I know. Yeah, that's kind of actually rough.
It's not easy, yeah.
It's even like if you groove, your arm doesn't move. Like I can't like
What?
even if I'm grooving to the music, I still can't like be in time. I could tap my foot in time, sure, but like my hands, they aren't
Well,
practiced enough.
Yeah, that's true.
And then like
I mean,
switching.
yeah, the technique's like a whole thing, and you just need to like keep up with like your basic exercises
Mhm.
and stuff. Make sure that that's all. You need to make sure that your body's and the way you physically interact with the instrument. You need to make sure that that continues to be like a well-oiled machine, so that after
Yeah.
that you can do the things you actually want to do.
That makes sense.
It's the whole point of things like scales and stuff.
And what's the equivalent of scales for a percussionist?
Just like basic like rudimentary exercises.
She wanted to express herself, so
Like throwing the tambourine
Okay.
across the room,
Well, I
sing,
don't know
Sing-
about that, but
using it as a light disc.
it's a white disc. Oh my gosh, that reminded me. Tron 3 is actually coming.
Tron 3?
I'm scared to
Yeah,
look at the
Tron
news.
3 is coming out next year, I think.
What? Wait. It's wait.
It's
wait.
real, yeah.
Oh my gosh, wait. I'm gonna look this up right now. Hold on.
Yeah, Tron Ares. They just
Why is
put
it
out
3?
because it's the third one. The first Tron was in like the 80s, and there was Tron Legacy
Oh.
in 2010.
Oh my gosh, wait.
Well, now it's called Tron Ares, so there's that.
Tron Ares. First look, image reveals. Yo! Yo! I think I secretly really love Tron. I think Tron is a low-key
it's fantastic.
influence
It's
behind
fantastic, yeah.
my design. I had a Tron face for sure. It was
Also
not
thinking
as
back
well
to,
known
yeah.
of my faces, but it
I mean,
was
I
one.
mean, like when we were around that age, like I had a lot of fun watching Tron Legacy in theaters.
Making a game of musical consequences that starts in 10 minutes. Wait, I'm in it. Oh. We're all going to start a different project where we have 20 minutes to get our idea down, then you export it as a zip file. Then you send that zip file to the person who your arrow points to, and then they work on it for 15 minutes, and you keep passing it around until everyone has to work on each project one time. End result
okay.
is 10 different collabs we made. 10. Whoa, that's actually nuts. Wait, that's kind of crazy. That's like really fun. That's kind of like Gartic Phone, but for music. That's nuts, actually.
Gather together 10 different people, make the worst
Let's-
beat known to mankind.
Let's hope that like the person before you gain staged. Do you think that like one
Gross.
revolution
will just be you like fixing the mix and not even adding to it?
I mean, if I had to do something like that, because like again, I'm certainly not a producer of like the beat maker variety, so that's honestly just me just like yelling at everyone else for improper practices, fixing it, and then passing it on.
I guess that's not the point. I guess the point is to just
It's not the
Make
point as well. It's
whatever.
like the point is not like that. It's just like have fun.
yeah.
Problem is when you study it and you try to do it for a living, you stop having fun with things.
I will still.
It's no fun.
Actually, I
Everyone
kind of
sucks
get
at
that a
all of it,
little bit.
including yourself.
I kind of
You're
get
just,
that
like,
with
sitting there in that sort of like existential crisis. God, everyone sucks at everything. I suck at everything. Oh no.
I've definitely had some highs and lows while working on my current project. Sometimes I feel like, it's not as good of a quality as I'd like it to be. But then I listen to it the next day. I'm like, wow, this is like ridiculous, like ridiculously good. And I'm just like, because sometimes I'll hear like a bad vocal and I'll like get hung up on it. And then
Yeah.
and then I have to realize like it's fixable. But then at what point, like when am I done fixing it, you know? Then again, I do have a to-do list on like what needs to actually be in the song, what needs to actually exist in the song for it to be done. That's pretty concrete.
Yeah.
Things like effects and interpretation are like very subjective, and you could probably never finish that.
Where was I?
It's good that you can have a list like that because you can stick to that first, I suppose. Like
Mhm.
just knock out everything there, and then after that, you can sort of like zoom out a bit, and then be like, okay, like what sort of flourishes can I add that I think might add positively now that you already have your baseline for
Mhm.
what you wanted to do in the first place.
Mm-hmm. I may actually have Papa Yoshi master it for me. I'll pay him, commission him.
Oh yeah, that would be a good idea.
He would do it. I feel like I
totally
imagine
would,
this
yeah.
conversation going down. I feel like, dude, I'll just master it for you for free, and I'd be like, no, no, like
No,
no, this-
incorrect.
you're
No, you
getting paid.
You send him like $500 in advance with no caption on the payment. Just leave him second guessing. Then you come tell him with the files like a month later.
Dang, I should send him $599 because 600 is like the cap that you need to have to report it for taxes.
Oh, true.
No, I'm just kidding. But because then you'd have to go through the trouble of it.
It's the ultimate troll. It's like
Actually,
in the
no, I'll
short term,
send
they
them-
think that
I'll
you're
send them
being nice
$600.
and helpful. In the long term, you're getting them taxed, chased down by the IRS.
Eververse trades in goods we feel in
In-game ban. No, we're not. This is a podcast.
No campfire.
We-
Okay, see ya.
Wait, did he redeem it? He didn't redeem it. Where did you go? He just disappeared, dude. Oh, you died.
Just
Wait.
jumped off.
He literally
Tantalus was like, no
died.
campfires. I was like, all right, see ya. Anyways,
Oh my gosh. I
honestly, if he's got the bits, I wouldn't mind to redeem like that every couple of minutes just to keep us online and prevent us from being booted by the game.
That's fair. Actually, I should have added some redeems for like activities to do in the tower. These are things I will think of. These are things that I can think of.
What is there to? There's not. You can't do anything in the tower. It's nothing.
What do
to
you
do
mean?
with the
You could do the ball thing. You could do the fire thing. You know, the fire floors lava. There's a lot. You can sit by the
That's
campfire.
2 things.
You sit by the campfire.
That's 2
You can
things.
climb the tree. You can do rock, paper, scissors.
I don't have that emote.
I don't actually have it either.
Oh, actually, you know what's in the Eververse store this week? There's
what
the
is?
there's the DJ emote.
Oh my gosh. Papa
Yeah,
Yoshi's
check
DJ
it.
emote. Hold on. I have
Yeah,
to
it's
check this.
literally
I
on the
have to
first
check this.
page.
It's on the Lux Dance though. Wait,
Oh, you already have it. Never mind.
I have that?
You already have the DJ emote.
Oh, huh. Oh my gosh, they have an Outbreak Perfected weapon ornament though.
Yeah.
Ooh. It kind of sucks, Loki.
I kind of like it.
I
I mean,
think-
it's not the one I have on my Outbreak right now, but I kind of like it.
I feel like I've learned something. I feel like I'm very strict on design. I don't
Uh-huh.
like to design things. I don't like to be an artist, but I feel like I have the eye for it. Oh my gosh. You can do card tricks.
Pick a card. Speaking of cards, Tantalus wants us to talk about card games and board games.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I heard. Okay, I don't know much, but I did hear there's going to be a new Pokemon card app coming out.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. Yeah, Tantalus, is this something that rings any bells to you? Let's put Skipper back. We'll censor him for privacy reasons.
I appreciate it.
Of course. I was actually thinking of like adding a black bar over your eyes as well. So yeah, honestly, that's a gimmick. Oh, this guy, he joined us. Let's go. Welcome. So yeah, one gimmick that I really hi Suler, welcome to the stream, welcome to the podcast. We're sitting by the fire, grab some s'mores. Yeah, one gimmick that I've always loved and I hope never goes away is the idea of collecting something physical and then bringing it into like a virtual thing or space. I don't know, that's just so like interesting to me. I like having a physical trinket or like a physical representation of something that I have.
It feels nice because you know it's still yours.
It feels like you own it.
Like it's like if you have a CD and then you want to rip it, so it's like you can listen to it digitally and you can just pull it up on your computer, but you know you have that CD. Versus it's like
It feels so good
when you're like streaming, and this is a debate that comes up a lot in like music industry circles and stuff. Just the whole thing of like, well, you're streaming your music, you don't actually own your music. There's nothing physical you have to sort of show off your support for a certain artist. You're just listening to files that don't even belong to you. Whereas like you rip a CD, it's like those still digital files, but you know those files are yours. You know where it came from. It came from a piece of physical media that you own yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I always like that. Just like Webkins. Yes. Just like Webkins.
Gosh, I was never on the Webkins train.
I was on it a little bit, but it competed against Club
Take a
Penguin.
minute here.
Our
So
Club
I
Penguin
just-
was my jam.
So I went on Club Penguin.
So much of my parents' money spent on memberships.
Shoot. I should take him out to dinner or something.
Yeah.
It'd be the least I could do.
Sending me to school. Nah, paying for my Club Penguin membership. Oh yeah.
Hold on, I could talk so much about Club Penguin, but like honestly, yeah, so the
He wasn't
card games and board games, right? Like I think I would actually really enjoy learning the Pokemon card game if if there was a mobile app for it, which there probably is already, but this one's supposedly new. And I saw a tweet about it, how they're thinking about cards and card designs differently now, how they're thinking of doing like these immersive card art like pieces where like the card not only has just art on it, but how could you use the virtual space to make that more unique? And like, oh, the card will have like an environment, like you can look into the card essentially and like see the environment in it. Like it's like the card itself. I don't know if they thought of this, but it's like the card itself is its own Pokeball, with its own environment in it.
Imagine if you did something with like, say like the new like Apple headset and the Vision Pro or whatever the heck it is.
Oh heck.
And it has like integration with like actual physical Pokemon cards that you could buy. It's like you have the headset on, you take some like Pokemon card out, and you just like look at it through the headset, and then you just see things come up like a hologram.
This is all a plan.
To
make us lower our guard.
I didn't think I'd be talking about AI art today, but
Oh boy.
that sounds so like ambitious that like think about like revolving your card game around these like virtual spaces. You're not making a square piece of art anymore. You're making like entire like what the Pokemon company aims to do is make like these environments and these beautiful like art pieces, which is so much more like ambitious than just commissioning someone to add art to like a physical card. Like imagine like your project is to create like these incredible environments or these incredible live pieces of art. Like that takes now 2 or 3 times, maybe even 4 times as much work, because now you're animating it and now you have to make it support like a virtual platform. You're no longer just doing art, you're also you're doing like animation, game design at that point. Like there's so many disciplines that it's like
From before
the only way I can think of like the amount of money, think of the amount of money it would take to build like an app like that.
Oh no.
The only thing I can think of is like if AI art was somehow involved to speed up that workflow.
You want to put more artists out of jobs?
No, I don't. I really don't.
Well,
You know what?
reconsider what you said then.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
AI
That's-
art is going to continue to be a very contentious thing for a very long time.
Yeah, it is.
Not without good reason either, so.
I suppose, like, yeah. Maybe there are just some things we shouldn't have. Some things that are just too good to have. No one should have, like, the Pokemon card game is already sufficient enough as it is. Like, you don't need to make it so extra. I don't know. Oh, this guy just died. Disintegrated.
Which guy? Oh, our tower guy. Oh,
The tower
see ya.
guy. Rip.
A lot of these new pilots are just.
He's like, oh, they're not actually planning to do
But
anything.
Some of them are good.
They don't want to talk with us?
Well,
What
they
did
can't
we
hear
say?
us. We're just sitting here around a campfire. Next to a
can-
tree, too. Isn't that like a fire hazard?
Nah. Trees have sap, and it's a live tree, so it's probably fine.
Oh, fair enough. I don't know enough about tree biology to figure out what would and would not set them on fire.
Tangela says he could play a game of Magic with his cards and some friends in the middle of nowhere with no power. Can't do that with digital. That's true. So, like, the thing that I would like... Oh, excuse me. The only thing that I guess I'd like about digital is that it's just more compact and just easy to get into. It's like how I have to set up the saxophone to practice it, which is a stupid barrier to have, if I'm being honest. But, like, I can go to my bed right now, and if I wanted to practice percussion, I'd just grab the shaker and I'd just start. You know, sax, you gotta, like... I mean, sure, you still probably gotta warm up your hand, or you gotta warm up in some capacity. Maybe. I don't know. With percussion. But with sax, you still gotta set that baby up. And you still gotta, like, you know, moisten the reed, and you still gotta, like, attach the ligature, and then you gotta put the neck strap on, and then you can warm up. You're not even ready to play. Like, you then warm up. Like, it's just crazy.
Like, it becomes like a whole ritual just to get set up.
Yeah, it is. And then freaking trumpet players, man, it's just two pieces, just, you know, together.
Yeah, but that's still a ritual on its own. It's like, I mean, we're really stretching it. And, I mean, it just goes to show how lazy we are. But it's like, you still have to take it out of the case. You still have to put the mouthpiece onto the trumpet.
Mm-hmm.
It was part of it's like, I kind of felt that way about the cello for a little bit as well. Because it's like, I could have just kept it outside on a display stand. But I didn't. I kept it in my case at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, then it became like a whole ritual. It's like I had to put the chair out, and then I had to grab the case, lug it over to the room, and take it out and rosin the bow. And it sounds very lazy, and it is, but it becomes like a whole ritual where it just becomes, you just sort of feel like I'd really rather not on some days.
Maybe in the future someday, you know, because I have, like, my home studio, right? Like, where I sit. Maybe I should have, like, a dedicated room. And I would be so blessed to... Anyone would be blessed with the chance to have this. But it would be so cool if I could have, like, a temperature-controlled room. Where my studio also is. And just leave my saxophone out. You know? Temperature or humidity controlled. I don't know. Not that that particularly matters, because you're not in your studio. Well, I mean, here's the thing. If it's a studio, you can perform in your studio, because you can make music there. It is a place to perform. But if, you know, you're at home and, like, you don't have a studio, you're just at your house, you're not performing, the point is to practice, right? And, you know, you don't have to be so picky about, you know, the humidity or, like, you know, the temperature. Obviously, if it's like an 80-degree, you know, day, and, like, you have no AC and you have a saxophone stream that day, probably shouldn't do it. But just as, you know, a random example. But you're just practicing, you know. You may not have to be so methodical about where you are or what conditions you're in.
I don't believe this.
Did I lose you?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Yet.
I'm not mad.
No, I'm just listening. I actually don't have a lot to say to that.
It-
I'm mostly just thinking like it's the
For-
whole like temperature and humidity thing. It's the importance of that is a little bit more or less stated depending on the instrument as
You could
well.
upgrade the armor,
Yeah,
but
Or it's like with like a
it's
wooden
still
string
just a
instrument,
cargo
like
freighter.
something from the violin family. It can be kind of critical because you can have strings just like completely slip, that
Yeah.
sort of thing. Then yeah, and it's just more time you need to spend
True.
just retuning.
Okay, Tantalus, enjoy your nap. Sleep deprivation is real. Oh no.
Oh man,
Well, undeprive yourself right now.
undeprived.
Immediately.
Fenchurch does the
Do the
extraordinary
temporary
private
deceased.
deal.
Rather just deprive yourself of sleeplessness.
That's my secret cat. I'm always tired.
Oh my gosh, too real.
But I think it's also more relevant. Yeah, I was gonna say along the same lines, like it's more relevant for you as yours is a wooden string instrument. Mine
Yeah.
is brass.
You know, it's actually a concern I had a little bit recently because it's like, I haven't been home in a hot sec, so I haven't been able to just take it out and play it every now and then just to make sure things are okay. So it was actually something I was concerned about for a while. So eventually I talked to my mom about it and she's like, "Oh, like we can like temporarily loan out your cello to like a local cello teacher and just entrust her with it and so like she can be the one to check up on it and make sure the cello's still okay. It's still playing right and that sort of thing. And we still have someone to like take it out and play it every now and then." I was like, "Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good idea." Though we took it back again after not a very long amount of time because as I understand it, there was a earthquake in the area like a month or two ago. And after that, my parents made the realization, they're like, "Oh wait,
Just gonna take
his
it
cello's not insured. We don't have insurance on it. So
Oh,
if something
gosh.
happens and it's not with us, then oh boy."
Oh right, because
So-
instruments
so-
can be so expensive. You can get
Yeah, so
insurance.
we took it back and it's been in the case back at home since then. We're figuring out what we're gonna do with it. Though it shouldn't be an issue for too much longer because it does seem
Fenchurch does the extraordinary
increasingly likely with each passing day that at some point this year I'm gonna be back home and I'll be back home for at least a month, I'd say. So I will have that time to just like check up on the cello. make
We
sure
can
it's
go to
okay.
Popeyes.
That is true. I'm looking forward to food that's not extortionately expensive.
Did you watch The Crucible last night?
Because just
You-
in the year and a half I've been here, prices on everything's gone up so much.
Guardian's journey.
You've only been there for a year and a half,
Yeah.
bruh. It's felt longer.
Yeah, well that's
You've
the
been
thing you
there
say
f-
only. It's like it feels like a
No,
million
it's
years.
not. It's not been a year and a half.
It's been a year and a half.
Like you did
In a
your
couple-
you did your internship, not internship. You did your scholarship, your year thing, and then it's only been a half year since that.
Yeah, well, a bit past a half year.
That's insane to me. It feels like you've been there for 3 years. Not gonna lie. I think I literally said this yesterday to Enchi. I was like, "Yeah, Skipper's been there for 3 years." Like, I
It's felt
completely.
like it, that's
I
for
lied to my
sure.
girlfriend because of you. Because now I didn't know.
And no apologies were heard. Just gotta come over and beat your ass over that.
You know what I said? You know what? I told Enchi. This was amazing. I told her and we were really proud of this. This was honestly a beautiful moment. I told her when I gave her her Christmas gift, I said, I've had to lie to you legitimately once. Or not legitimate, like the first and only ever time, I was like, I lied to you. And because like, here was the lie. I figured out what I wanted to get her for Christmas. And I accidentally brought it up in a conversation just about Christmas gifts, I guess. And and I said, I said something along the lines of, I figured out what I'm gonna get some people for Christmas. Not thinking in my brain that, oh, I figured out her gift. She's gonna ask me like, and I'm like, he's like, what were you? Like, it's really hard to tell the story. Essentially, I got something that she, no, I got her and Joey a similar gift, right? I got her and Joey a similar gift. So she asked what I got Joey. And because I got Joey the same gift as her, I had to say something
you got
else.
duped.
I had to say something else. So I was like,
You almost got duped. Okay.
And so I lied. I said, I got Joey a Dungeons and Dragons roleplay guide. Straight up, came from nothing. I was so proud of this because that lie came from nothing. and it was for good reason too. Like, it was like, I can't let her know what I got him because she'll know immediately that I also got it for her. It's one of those things. Like, it was that box. Oh wait, you wouldn't know because you don't live here. I'll have to show it to you later.
Yeah.
But
Come to think of it, if this is something you're willing to talk about like on stream, how did you meet her in the first place? Let me tell you something from my perspective for a second.
Yeah.
You technically never told me you were dating someone.
Oh.
Fucking left me to pick up the pieces.
Brother. Okay. Well, you know,
Yosh
I
was
guess...
like, Yosh was like, Riff didn't tell you? I was like, bro, no, he doesn't tell me shit.
Okay.
He
I
left
guess
me to pick up the pieces.
I feel
and
like
all of a sudden it's like at a certain point, like talking to you like on stream and stuff, it sort of became a thing where it's like, yeah, he probably knows, and it's like, well, shit. Now it's an assumption that I know somehow.
You know what? That's fair.
It's like, thanks a lot.
I feel like, I don't know. I just feel really awkward about telling people about relationships. It's like, how do I bring that up? It's like, hey, by the way,
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm dating. It's like, it's like, you know.
It's like you tell someone and you run the risk of like being told like, boo, normie.
Well, no, okay, that's gonna happen regardless. Everyone's gonna call you a simp, and then that's
do that.
Even whether you tell them or not. As soon as they find out, they'll use it against you. But like, I don't know. I just can't, like, especially when it comes to like social media posting about it. Like, I don't see the point in like announcing that I'm in a relationship. Like, I feel like the heart behind that says like, hey, I want people to know I'm in a like, and I guess it is important that people know, like it, but I feel like it's important for people to.
I mean, it can
like
go both ways. It
Yeah.
can go both ways, right? Because like on one hand, it's like you can be putting it out there as a sign of like, yeah, I'm in a relationship with this person and I'm proud of it and I want people to know because I am proud of.
Right.
I'm proud to be with this person. Now on the other hand, is their flip side that I think both of us relate a little bit more to, where it's like why? Like, there's no reason to be so open with it. It's like we're secure in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're secure in our status, and it's like, well, this just is what it is. People will find out when they find out, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Explains your behavior.
It's definitely that.
You thought we were
yeah,
friends,
I did not
Riff.
leave you. I did not leave you out because I hate you or anything. I swear. So yeah, when I told Enchi that I made up that lie, she was so proud of me. I was like, Enchi, I had to lie to you once. And and I told her because I don't lie. I'm really bad at lying. And so the fact that I came up with that, I was like, I had to, like, as soon as I gave her gift, I had to tell her the story behind it. And she was like so glad. And what?
She's like, oh my,
when your girlfriend
like,
is proud of you lying to her.
she's like, oh my gosh, his brain works. I'm so proud.
That's kind of the vibe. No, that's kind of the vibe. Cause it's just it came out of nowhere. I like usually like if I need to, like, you know, there's stretching the truth or there's lying of omission, right? To come up with something that absolutely doesn't exist, is not true, it's not a fact of reality, and does not it's hard to do. Like lying is like it's not an easy, it's like not. And neither should you learn how to do it. Please do not look up tutorials Oh, I bet there are
Wiki
tutorials.
how to
There's
lie.
probably there probably are, dude.
It's a
Oh,
slippery slope, man. Next thing you know,
lost
the
in my
IRS
GF
is
name known
jailing
lore. It's Enchi. So maybe I am a good liar. No, Siller, no, don't say that. Actually, what I mean to say is, no, I'm actually not a good liar, Suler. You're absolutely right about that. Yeah,
Hook
I
this
could
man up to
never
a lie
lie.
detector right now.
This man. Is this a person who also streams? No, this is my girlfriend. Oh, you mean Skipper? This is not my girlfriend. Skipper does not stream.
Wait.
Skipper is my mod.
No, I think Squirrel might be asking about your girlfriend.
Okay, so the subject of the person I'm talking about is Enchi, my girlfriend. The person next to me, she does not stream. The person next to me also does not stream, who is also not my girlfriend. You didn't mean my GF. Cool. Got you. Good to clarify.
Well, you played what was it, like Roblox with her on stream before?
I know. I want to do it again. It was so fun. We're going to have with Saren and Alvada, we're going to have a couples collab.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Play Roblox?
No, we're going to do we're going to try a absolutely not. Actually, we could. We totally could. For just me and Enchi, we could. We're thinking of doing like something in escape room simulator.
Actually, no, now that I think of it, you wouldn't be able to do this as like a double date thing, but have you heard of the game It Takes Two?
Yes.
You should play it with Engie. Yes.
I've only seen a little bit of gameplay of it. I know
It is
Stella was
such a good.
playing.
It is a fantastic game.
Okay.
It is a fantastic game. I played it with my roommate when we were still in undergrad.
I mean, I knew about it and I considered it. I suppose the only reason I didn't was I was just thinking, man, it's so mainstream. Like, I feel like everyone who's a couple or is two people collabing will play It Takes Two.
I mean,
you know?
it's easy. It's easy.
It's easy.
Right?
It's so
like,
easy.
It's intentionally a two-player game about like a married couple, and also it became super mainstream because it got a lot of attention. I think during the Game Awards the year it came out. No, but
I feel
at least
like
from my
she
end, it
deserves
originally
more
became-
thought. Something more interesting and original.
But it is actually genuinely a very good game.
Aw.
Like, not even kidding. Like, originally, the way I wound up playing it with my roommate is because my roommate, he's a big console gamer.
Mm-hmm.
And we were trying to find, like, co-op games to play together. So we did the first Borderlands and then the second Borderlands. And then PS5 and Series X and S came out.
Mm-hmm.
And we got him on the new generation. I helped him buy a PS5 on launch day, and then that was during
Nice.
COVID times. Then
You
we went
tend
back.
to have a good track record with buying things on launch days.
Oh yeah. And then we got back after our little COVID break, and we're like, okay, so we got this honking console in the living room, but this is also in a generation where there's like increasingly like less and less like physical two-player co-op games. Like, what are we gonna do? Then he just found out about It Takes Two from somewhere. I think he saw reviews that it was good or something, so he picked it up. And I was like, yeah, it's like, we'll play it. Why not? We played it, and I was like, so that's because like I've played it, I finished the game, and I genuinely think that, unironically, it is a very good game, and you should play it with Engie.
Oh, okay.
It's a very
I'll
good
make it a
game.
point to do that.
Very good game.
Glad we figured out the Venn diagram of your friend, your GF, and people who stream. Wait, that's actually
a Venn diagram.
Wait,
none
what?
of the circles are overlapping.
How would that? Yeah, hold on. They're wait. The only overlap is, I guess, people who don't stream and my girlfriend.
Just gonna take a minute here.
Real quick, I don't think we touched on the Squirrel's last chat message. Does she show up in your chat?
She
I've
does.
seen her show up I've
She
seen her
has.
show up every now and then. At least the last time I checked in, we were playing D2, and her impending arrival made us rush through a dungeon.
Yeah, Squirrel. Yeah, occasionally she'll pop in. Well, even
Yeah, that's right.
sometimes chat is even the best way to reach me. I mean, she can text me and I can see that message. I just can't text back. But the best way for me to respond. Sometimes she'll text in the chat. And you know, one of the funniest freaking inside jokes that I have with my community is that I starve Enchi. Because she asks
Bro,
me
what?
like if she should eat before coming over or if we should eat together. And I'm like, and I have it in my mind like we should eat together. So yeah, Enchi, don't eat anything. We'll eat like when you come over. And it's like, and she's like, okay, I will starve. And I'm just like, no, wait. Nah, everyone in the chat just like, the chat explodes. Like, Riff starves his girlfriend. Like, no, it's...
abusing his significant other.
No, and then
4K.
she's like, you know... and then she like, you know, she makes it better. She's like, no, I'm doing it willingly. And I'm like... and
no,
it's
otherwise
Riff...
it's like in the odd event that we get like a first time like watcher. For some reason they can't take it as a joke. They're like, holy shit, this person's actually starving his girlfriend.
Oh no, I know. I mean, one person is. Oh shoot, my game. One person is new in the chat. What was it? Sinternal. They don't know. They don't know. They may actually think that. I mean, I guess. I mean, if you want to put it in the worst of terms, technically, yes. That's true. But you can phrase anything to make it sound bad.
That could be like a whole game right there.
A game?
I mean, it's like whenever we're playing like that game with like you mean like Joey Yosh, where you like make up a story or act something out, and we keep saying like change over and over, and we just keep going in the worst possible direction until the other people are satisfied.
Oh, that sounds really fun, actually. That's so hard to do, though. The fact that Joey loves those games, like, he's really good at improvising. I want to do like some kind of, in fact, like,
oh, Joey's great when
I
it
feel
comes
like
to like those like more like analog games.
I feel like it'd be
Stuff you
kind of
do, like IRL.
I feel like it'd be kind of a selfish birthday gift because I low-key want to do this as well, but I want to give him like a subscription to like a improv classes or something.
Ooh, that would be fun.
But I would low-key like want to do it with him. Because as a streamer, that's why I would like not give it to him as a gift, because I feel like but like I would want to participate too, and so I feel like it's also just a convenient gift for me to have someone with me to do improv. Like, I would want like him to, you know, I just get it for him, you know. But I do kind of want to do improv classes. Markiplier did improv classes, and look where it got him.
Who?
Markiplier.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw the improvement in his humor. It was incredible.
Doesn't Markiplier have an OnlyFans?
He improvises really well. He improvises
Okay, I
with
guess we're
all
not
of
gonna
him.
address that.
He improvises with all of his existence via OnlyFans. That's actually.
I mean, I have no idea. It's just something.
I haven't
someplace.
actually heard much about it since, like, you know, I guess him releasing it. Rightfully, I think. I think for the best, if we're being honest. It's like, I wish I could see like a tasteful version like of his like homepage, you know, just to see like how that went. I'm very curious. Yeah, like,
I mean,
you know,
fair enough.
like I'm just too curious, you know. It's
I
like,
mean, hey, I'm just saying he's a very attractive man. So.
he is one of the men I've ever been attracted. No. No. It's really funny though. Yeah, Markiplier, I feel like, is one of those like content creators that I kind of I'm kind of inspired from. But like,
did he
more
donate all did he donate all of it to charity? That's nice.
I heard they wire your brain right.
Yes,
to
that's
shit.
correct. Yes, well, that's what he said at least, right?
Oh, okay.
So hopefully we can take him by his word. But yeah,
Well, I feel
he said he donated all.
I feel like I would trust Markiplier to actually donate to charity if he says he's going to donate to charity.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm just because I'm public. I like
enough.
to take things with a grain of salt. But like
You never know.
I do trust Markiplier would donate it all to charity. I don't question that he wouldn't. Like but like yeah, he did say that entire like OnlyFans thing was to donate all to charity, and that's really cool. And I actually I have it on my to-do list. I want to set up some kind of charity stream or some kind of charity system. Yeah. It's hard to think about. It's one of those like things that like you feel like you don't need it, but like you should have it. And honestly, I should find some organizations that I'd like to support as well. It's
You
just
should honestly, because like, just thinking about Destiny stuff because it's still open, but they do have like they had their game to give thing like a month ago or so.
the Humble Bundle.
No, not Humble Bundle,
Oh.
but like game to give, like where it's like it was like a big like 2 week long charity fundraising event that they had, where it's like they would just like have streamers and content creators sign up for it, and then they would have their own donation links, and then communities like their communities and the D2 community as a whole would raise money for the Bungie Foundation.
Oh.
And then from
Dang.
there, it's wherever that money goes. But
I want to be more informed of that stuff. I just discovered today. What was it called? The Game Post. And I've low-key been trying to find like some websites for just like gaming news in general. I think I'd be interested to read about that stuff. But I kind of need to like find a good website for it, because some freaking websites are just programmed terribly and are like
oh yeah,
they may have
There's a lot of
information,
stuff-
but they're
just
just
a lot of stuff's just written by AI now.
and they're just hard to navigate, and they have a ton of ads, and it's
You
like,
know,
where
there's
can I
a-
just get
you know,
like
for a little bit, a couple of seasons ago, the D2 community led like a massive like trolling project where they decided they would all hop on like the D2 like subreddit and just keep posting about stuff that didn't actually exist in the game in the hopes that an AI news website would pick it up and write an article about something that didn't exist in the game.
oh my god.
I think it was originally something that stemmed from like the World of Warcraft community or something. I can't remember, but it got to the point where there were actually like a handful of like really bad AI news websites that like scraped the D2 subreddit and ended up writing articles about the secret season of the Deep Boss Glorbo.
How do you find out this stuff?
Because a lot of the D2 content creators
Glorbo?
made videos. They also made fake videos on the secret boss Glorbo.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that
so
they're.
bad.
You know what? That's kind of scary to me. I didn't think AI could be used that way.
Yeah, no, yeah.
They make bots make articles. That's kind of
it is
nuts.
genuinely pretty terrifying, just like scraping like communities and stuff to get information. But at least it's
Yeah.
nice to know that it can be very easily manipulated. And then
Yeah.
everyone just laughs at them. So that's nice.
Does the exploring. I make the
Windows is telling me to look back at my memories. Absolutely not. I refuse to remember.
Ayo, same.
There is some okay information on some subreddits.
You gotta be careful. You always
Mm-hmm.
gotta be careful. Must remain vigilant.
Just go for the memes, man. Memes
for
are always
memes, fair
true.
enough.
Look, the thing about memes, okay, the thing about good memes is that I feel like good memes highlight and bring about they come from an element of truth. It's like a good joke, right? I
Right,
feel like
yeah.
there's some element of reality mixed into these memes. Like, so a meme cannot, therefore a meme cannot be false.
I mean, there can be an, if we really want to get deep on something this silly, you could argue that's like there is more leeway for sort of nonsense and absurdism in memes.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at just the random stuff that comes up as memes nowadays. It's like, case in point, Skibbity toilet. Like what? Where's the shred of truth in that?
I think the shred of truth is that. Let me think. Actually, I want to think about it. I feel like from the get-go, when you see Skibbity Toilet episode 1, you think of how absurd is this? Like that this came from someone's imagination, and you're just so mind blown just like from the first episode. Like you can see like what's established in like this universe. Like you can see, okay, you got the Skibbity toilets that exist, right? You've got the camera person, you've got the different like I don't know if the factions existed yet in like episode 1, but like the idea, the fact that you could just see. We are now analyzing Skibbity toilets, guys. This is what English teachers will teach their students in 10 years.
To entertain this too.
It's like, I guess it captivates you to watch it because it's so weird, and that's I feel like that's the foundation of it. It's not like it is too weird for some people, you know, and then people aren't interested in it. But I feel like for most people, like it hits a certain like curve in your brain where it's like this is really weird, but it's not too weird to watch, because there's things that you get curious about as you watch it. Like it's absurd, but there's like some thought. You can see like kind of a little bit of intelligence behind like what's because the reality is that someone made it. You can't ask an AI to do this. Like someone had to animate the freaking toilets. Somebody had to animate the camera positioning and like the pacing and the timing, and like the fact that someone would so like meticulously create a concept that's so dumb, like your brain just like draws to it because you just question its existence and like why it's so weird and why it exists in the first place. Like it's just I feel like
this feels like the ultimate stretch of like the English teacher asking you the hidden meaning behind why the curtains are blue.
What is the meaning behind Skibbity
It's
toilet?
Skibbity toilet, dude. It's like
no, there's definitely
I've only seen like the first 2 installations.
There's definitely
so
a psychology to
catch up
Skibbity.
on,
There's a psychology
Skibbity existential
existivity crisis, existivity cribbity.
I cannot keep up with this.
I mean, I fell off of it after like episode 50.
Bro, that's so much. How many episodes are there?
There's like too many. There's too many, dude. Like that was 50 too much. Imagine saying you fell off. It's like I fell off of One Piece after like, episode 760. like that's what got you to stop. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so captivating, man. Kids will grow up, man. And I hear kids, like I volunteer like for like a counselor thing. And so I work with kids, and like they'll mention Skibbity toilet and they'll grow up and they will analyze it how like we analyzed SpongeBob and why it was genius. And they're gonna say one day like why they're gonna
find something there, yeah.
There's probably already videos out that say like why is it good, like why it's so popular, like it's so funny.
Can't believe they haven't found this Skibbity piece yet.
The Skibbity piece.
Oh my god!
What is the?
Haven't found the One Piece yet.
Yeah.
You're like 1,000, like 1,100 chapters in or whatever it is.
Dude,
at this point, haven't found the One Piece. Haven't found the Skibbity piece.
I can't wait for the Netflix adaptation.
Oh my gosh.
Have you heard anything on Avatar: The Last Airbender?
I haven't, no.
No, I've
I can't
seen.
say I honestly can't say I'm terribly interested either. Part of it's because I haven't seen the original show in the first place. So for me, it's like I'd much rather just watch the animated show first.
That's fair. That's Skibbity live. I wasn't thinking live action. Okay. Wait. Yes.
Eververse isn't just
I would be willing to bet there could be a Skibbity live action like thing.
Directed by Christopher Nolan.
You know why? Because there's passion. There is passion behind this franchise or this intellectual property that I feel like people could make it a passion project and could actually make it exist. Not because like it's marketable, but
That's the thing with like
isn't just a title.
big content creators and social media personalities like trying to make like Netflix movies and stuff. It's like, yeah, they have the money to throw at it, so they're gonna do it.
I would
Doesn't
audition.
mean, it's like doesn't mean TikTokers know how to make a good movie in the first place. Maybe Skibbity Toilet could be the exception. Who knows? But
I want to be a machine gun. I want to be the machine gun
But we're losing
Skibbity.
ships every day.
I want to look.
what?
Yeah, isn't there like I don't know. I actually don't remember quite all of them.
Don't ask
Um,
me. I'm only two
I
episodes
can't
in,
I
and
can't
don't
name
plan to
them like
catch
I
up.
could name Autobots, bro. Like you got like your your helicopter Skibbity. I don't know, man. But like you know what I would love to audition for is a zombie from World War Z. I've been perfecting that craft.
What?
If there's ever a sequel for World War
what
Z,
goes into prepping to be a World War Z zombie?
just the sound,
Oh, okay.
just and then teeth.
I thought it was gonna be like the general state of brainlessness.
I will sometimes like catch myself like inhaling very deeply when I'm excited about something, and I'll be like, and then I'll sound like I'll sound like one of the zombies from like from World War Z, and then I just go along with it. I'm just it's just you know, it's like the pterodactyl vibes. So yes, I will be the next extra. I will 100%, like I will travel. I'm literally passionate. I'm passionate about very few things. But if I literally hear that they're like World War Z, like a sequel or something is like getting made, I will travel. I will audition to be a zombie. I will be an extra in this movie. I fully believe it. I've never been more certain about anything in my life.
So
think we-
what's the zombie ground?
I want the zombie. I did it.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh, I didn't hear it from Discord.
Oh.
I think
Oh.
the noise gate cut you off.
Oh no! Wait, let me try again. Ready? Okay, ready.
That just sounds like a failed burp.
It just sounds. Yeah.
Maybe that's the point, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
okay.
I also
I
can't
haven't
be
seen
too
World War
loud.
Z, so I don't know what the zombies sound like there.
I feel. So I want to do it so bad. I just it's the teeth clacks that like that sell it. It's like
It's like you're like grinding your teeth. The things that all the doctors, the dentists told you not to do.
I like movie with Minecraft zombie bra sounds would be hilarious. Do you think there could ever be a live action Minecraft movie, Skipper?
Aren't they working on one?
Are they?
I thought someone was working on a live action Minecraft movie.
Are they doing? You know who they should cast?
Who?
Hold on.
Who are you thinking? I swear, I would have sworn The Rock was up at some point. I don't remember. Minecraft.
Look,
live
look up.
action.
Hold on. Look up this guy. Okay, his name is. I'll just link it to you. This guy.
Oh no, no. Okay, wait. No, hang on. There is an actual Minecraft movie coming. You're not gonna
No.
believe who they cast as Steve.
Who? Who? No
Jack
way.
Black. Jack Black.
How? Wait.
Jack Black is Steve from Minecraft.
Why? How does that even work? Is it just the voice? Is it? It's not live action, right? Is it
That's a good question. It might be animated.
from
I
Poe to Steve?
legitimately couldn't tell you.
You know, he's proven though, like he can do Bowser. He's
That's true,
funny.
he's
He can do
Bowser.
voices. Like, you know,
I never saw the Mario movie. Come to think
you
of
won't
it.
even know it's Jack Black when you know it when it comes out. Like, it sounds weird. Like, you think of Jack Black as he is, but I am
Yeah.
sure he's capable of voice acting at this point. I'm gonna send you Skipper.
Yeah.
Search this guy up on YouTube. I don't
Yeah.
know how to pronounce his name, but wait. At Kari. I don't know why I couldn't get the YouTube link though. Hold on. I can just hold on. This guy. Can I just like open my browser real quick and show this guy?
You can if you want to. That means I need to unmute your stream, huh?
No,
That
I'm
delay's
not
kill
I'm
me.
not gonna play videos. Oh, I guess fair
okay.
use. I could react,
I
but
mean,
that's okay.
I don't know the rules behind
You
that.
just need to see this guy. You just need to see this man.
I'll leave the tab open.
Let me see. This guy's jaw is perfect. People ask him all the time how he goes about his daily life with with a jaw this sharp. This man needs to be cast in a live action Minecraft movie.
Not telling me that's always known for like a good jawline.
Like, this guy is literally Steve from Minecraft as much as like Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. This guy is Steve. It's so funny. Back to the fire pit. Check him out.
Okay, I got the tab open.
I've seen some of his TikToks. Not TikToks, YouTube shorts, and they're really funny. They're really funny. It's just him reacting to roasts on like how he does things. It's like, how do you swim? Like, how could you possibly be aerodynamic in the water with a face that
You've got
that
to be kidding.
immaculate?
That square.
Oh. Too hip to be square. More like this man is too square to be hip, dude.
Dude, what?
This man is both square and hip, actually, is what I'd like to say.
Well, that becomes a paradox then.
Well,
I think.
then I guess we all implode.
We all die.
We
We broke the laws of physics.
This is why Minecraft should stay a video game. They should
They're
not.
trying to make.
they
They're
should
trying to
not
make
bring
too
it-
many movies out of things now.
They should not bring any of the aspects of Minecraft to real life. What happens in
Creepers.
Minecraft stays in Minecraft.
Dude, creepers, that genuinely terrifying.
You know, like labor. Keep that in Minecraft.
What?
I don't want to
Children
work.
yearn for the mines, but only in Minecraft.
Keep the mining in Minecraft, bro. When you're in the elementary school sandbox and you're making like the connection under the dirt, you know, you dig 2 holes and you and then you connect them. It's the thrill. That's the same thrill
Talking about this is
that
right.
you get in Minecraft. Beta 1.2. Oh yeah, wait. from people who play 1.7.3. I did. So I actually have. Like, it's actually, so I saw this video recently, Skipper. In fact, someone who played like the old, about someone who's played like the old Minecraft beta, what it was like back then, and like he was just talking about why people still play it today. And I totally relate and really admired the video because I feel like I've kind of fallen off of like I feel like I'm not as good at Minecraft as I used to be growing up somehow, right? Like,
the only
Yeah?
Minecraft content I ever remember watching was like way back when people were making content out of like the alphas and the betas and stuff. Like once it hit full release, I don't think I was keeping up so much.
Right. That's because you're old, obviously. Wait.
God, old. Don't remind me.
But like one of the points, you know, that this person made was like why people are so drawn to the betas still. It's that it's just the simplicity of Minecraft. Like you could build anything and it all feels like it fits in the world. Now, like with Minecraft today, they have a variety of colors, a variety of non-collision, like special geometry blocks. Most everything that existed in the beta was a block. You didn't have banners.
You're a real OG if you still remember what it was like when hunger wasn't a thing in Minecraft.
I only played like for 2 months and then hunger showed up.
Just gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
That was about,
I think it was already around by the time I actually bought the game.
that was my time frame. So if you want to know how long I've been alive, you could use that as a reference. But yeah, I only remember a little bit like before hunger, or was it before? Yeah, it was before hunger, right? So so the Dialco vid. Yeah. I don't remember exactly what video it was. But it just like answered my question in my head because I've been playing on the Duelistera SMP, which I will be playing on that tomorrow. That'll be really fun. It will be a collab with many people, and Xander is building a frickin' train. Like as if, you know, like Minecraft on its own already wasn't complicated enough. Like he added mods to this server that adds like infrastructural changes, like new recipes, like hex casting mechanics and like all this extra other stuff. It's like the Industrial Revolution but in a mod, right? Like you can build trains and contraptions and there's even like engineering. It's like Redstone but like more not medieval but like more industrial, like a more industrial version of Redstone, if that makes sense. And it's like I'm learning all this stuff, and I'm just trying to build a freaking house, man. Like I don't have.
I mean, I'm still out here making like basic cube houses out of dirt.
I think I ended up like building turbines faster than I built like my base, you know, and it was super weird and interesting, and I feel like the scale of the quality of builds, like I guess the skill gap, right, of builds. Like you have people who are insanely talented in architecture and just building things that like now in the newer Minecrafts today, you can have builds that are incredible. In fact, very realistic too. And the scale is insane. But then, you know, and then for people like me who are not quite as savvy in that kind of thing, like I feel like my builds kind of look not great. It doesn't look like it belongs in Minecraft. But back then, anyone could build anything and it kind of looks like it belongs there. It belongs in the game. It still belongs to the art style of Minecraft.
Sure.
Yeah.
And people could
I
build
do
really...
miss the simplicity of it a little bit.
Won't win a fight, but they feel good.
And the game's pace feels much more suited towards the game. That's true. Pace, that's also another thing, is the pace too, right? Like it's to actually to get your footing and to start playing, it's a lot harder now, I feel. Like, I don't know. There's so many more things to collect and things to do that it slows down your progress and everything else. And now all of a sudden, like, I have to sacrifice building my base for, you know, mining for diamonds, right? Because diamonds are actually now like a nightmare to find. Because like the cave system is now like incredible. Like the cave system has made like that whole Minecraft grind different and, you know, interesting. I'll give it that. But so, you know, so time consuming.
Eververse isn't
Oh.
just a title. It's a
I moved the camera on accident. Get back where you are.
Damn.
Get back,
back to
behind
your
your
corner.
face. Go to the dunce corner. Something I've thought about modern Minecraft is that many games that started the way it did had devs who had to act like PR people, but MC feels like it's run by PR people who act as devs. PR? Wait, I forgot what that means again.
Like public relations.
Oh.
So I guess
interesting.
people handling like social media and stuff in this case.
It's like PR people who can act as devs.
I wouldn't know enough about how Minecraft's been doing to like speak on that per se, but with the first instance of like devs having to act
Pull
like PR
request.
people, I feel like that makes me think actually of like No Man's Sky,
Mhm.
like when that was first coming out, because he just had like tiny like Hello Games that had like 13 people at the time of release, and you just had the CEO who himself was like a dev on the game,
Mhm.
and he's just coming out to all these like release events, just like talking as like a PR person, but he's just a dev, and then all of a sudden he didn't really know how to handle it when the initial reception of the game was just complete garbage.
Dang. That's rough. That's so rough.
Yeah.
I had to be
They pulled through in the end. I think Internet Historian actually has a really fascinating video about the whole thing. And it is a really fun game to chill out with every now and then, but yeah, those initial release months that was rough on them.
I know I feel like other survival and like crafting games are like trying to compete against Minecraft, and they have like all of these like really complicated sandboxes that is like, dang, it's just I feel like it's hard. I've tried to get into like Subnautica or like No Man's Sky, and then I see like the crafting mechanics and I'm just like, there's too much. I don't know. I'm just smooth brained though. So
We're all pretty smooth brained. We remember what it was like. Nothing can beat that just like openness and simplicity.
I'm impressed that you, Yoshi, and Joey got into Destiny in the first place, because I see the type of game that it is now, and I'm just like, man, I wonder if I could even join Destiny today. I wonder if I could even... Jackal, thank you for the resub! Survival crafting games are great. For you, maybe! Your mind can wrap around them so fast, Jackal. It impresses me. It's insane. We're talking... Yeah, we're talking about... I'm at least complaining about how
may be
complex they are.
stupid.
I am slightly stupid. But like, I feel like I don't know if I'd be able to get into Destiny today if I were just getting into it now. I feel like I would need that person to tell me, hey, like, just focus on this activity. Just start here. Like, this is your starting point. For Destiny, that's strikes. You hop on.
So you want to know something fun? There's a D2 content creator that Dado is really tight with, Jez. And Jez put out a video somewhat recently
Eververse trades
where
will enhance
he's married, and they have a house and they have a console set up in their living room.
I thought you said he's
Well,
buried.
his idea
I was like,
for
I'm
content,
sorry.
his idea for content was that he's gonna sit his wife down at the
And
living
bury
room
her.
console and make
Oh.
her play D2 for a week, and just like let her poke around on her own with no help. And it was
That's
just yeah,
crazy.
I'm halfway through the video. It's like an hour 20-minute long video. I'm only halfway through it. But what I've seen of it so far is just a absolutely just damning indictment on just how bad the new player experience is for D2.
Was this before the New Light?
Very new. It's
Campaign?
very new. The video was filmed like maybe like a
Oh.
month or two ago.
Dang.
So very new.
I thought like the new light campaign would at least help with that.
Parts of it are worse.
But I mean, it's already still pretty bad because I feel like
it's yeah.
if you, I suppose the new light campaign is great if you don't buy an expansion, right? Like if you're going in for the first time, you're not paying any money. Like that new light expansion is like that's the thing you do. But like as soon as you buy the expansions, like the game is gonna hound you on all 4 of those. It's like, oh, you can do like forget the new light. Let's take you to what you paid for, right? Like and now all of a sudden like
I still remember what my new light experience was. Like you would go through the very first section, same the Cosmodrome as always. Like I think when I started playing, like they hadn't even added the Cosmodrome back to D2 yet.
Right.
So it's like I spent like a little bit of time in the Cosmodrome and left, never to come back for months on end. And then like I think after that, they immediately shepherded me over to IO for the Season of Arrivals like intro mission. I was like, what is going on?
What was that mission that we did for the Whisper? Oh, it's called the Whisper, isn't it?
It's just called the Whisper.
You should just.
They are overdue on adding that to the exotic mission rotator.
You know what? A new player should they should log into the game and just go into the Whisper. No context.
That's what you did to me. Jesus.
That's what I did to basically all 3 of you. Because I was like, guys, they're gonna sunset.
Joey was also still playing D2 at the time.
Yeah.
You know,
no, that's true. He did have that background.
It's like he is enough of an OG in the game to still have one of the coolest like items in the game. You know, because he has Sagira's shell.
Ah, I'm so mad.
Yeah,
that expansion was terrible, but man, Sagira's shell. I did.
But you did that. You did that shit.
I did
like,
rush
I'm
you
just,
guys.
Like, bouncing around in Trostland, like saying hi to Devrim K every time I logged in, just killing like low level Fallen, being happy with that. And you're like, okay, let's do this thing. Next thing I know,
little
Whisper,
quick thing.
0 hour, 4-man opening encounter of Leviathan. It's like, bro, what is going on?
Oh yeah, we did that. That was impressive. I don't know why we did that. It is
funny because like I check in to like my raid report every now and then whenever I finish a raid just to see how the stats are looking. But then I scroll down, it's like, oh yeah, it technically saved all of my stats from that hour we spent in Leviathan. It's not a great KD, but
it is one of the KDs of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rushed you guys. I definitely rushed you guys into it because it was gonna be removed.
It was gonna be gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
For that reason, it was fair, and I am still happy that I managed to get like Outbreak and Whisper of the Worm before they just became purchasable. You know, and the funny thing is too, with all the recent like sniper buffs and whatnot, Whisper of the Worm is actually a raid boss meta in Once Berry's specific encounter.
Ooh, let's go.
It's actually like the optimal Whisper is actually like the optimal weapon choice in Oryx. Believe it or not.
Here, let me see if I can pull it out so people know what I'm talking about. Suler, do you play Destiny? Were you one of the ones who was interested in joining a Destiny stream? I can't remember if you're still there. That's Whisper of the Worm. That up there. So this thing, oh my gosh, is one of the coolest weapons in the game. I'm still warming by the fire. Oh, I'm not allowed to. I can pull it out behind me. It's like a taken weapon.
You can just inspect
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Bro left the
so
campfire.
Cool. It's got a dragon on it. Like, come on. Like, this freaking sick. It is one of, or the only, what is it? The only heavy sniper rifle?
Oh, there's a bunch of them. You know, Darcy's also one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, they're not as memorable. People just prefer this one.
Darcy's a borderline useless exotic.
Because, like, why would you choose it over Whisper? All right, Squirrel. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it, man. Have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna just hold it now. My child.
Whisper enthusiast.
Look,
You
you've
really
got
are
your...
like a real Whisper enthusiast. You're flying the ship as well.
I am a Whisper fan. I'm a Whisper stan.
I think, like, I didn't have time to get the ship, right?
Look at
Like,
your
by
stick.
by the time I did Whisper for the first time, it was like only a week or so before sunsetting. So it's like I didn't have time to get this ship because you needed like a three-week rotation or something to get it. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think I remember that. I thought I wasn't gonna get it. I thought it was the second week that I got it, if I'm being honest.
I do remember, like, I think I might have been with you when you got it. Or
I
at
was
least, like, I remember when you were like, oh yeah, I'm on the last rotation, I can get the ship.
My stick with the white tip is better than your stick with a white tip.
That was a painful catalyst to farm. 500 kills with a... Dude, like, 500 kills with a heavy sniper rifle? Are you kidding me? That was pain.
Pain's an old friend.
Yeah, happy to have it now, but... God.
Yeah.
You know they're adding, did you read, yesterday's TWAB? The blog
Did
post?
I? Remind me.
They were just talking about, like, Guardian game stuff.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Dude,
So what are they adding?
new vehicle type?
What? Stop.
Hoverboards.
Stop.
They're adding hoverboards to D2, dude.
What are they adding Sparrow Racing? But that's actually freaking sick.
Yeah, they're adding hoverboards.
Hoverboards?
Like, we can do, like, skateboard tricks and stuff.
No way. Dude, if they have like emotes specifically for like hoverboards,
I know. No, it's like they showed
in.
they showed in the Guardian Games trailer you can do tricks on the hoverboard.
Dude. Can we add mechanics like Skate 3?
I think it would be cool, like, if you made it so people could shoot their guns while you were on the hoverboard.
That just sounds extra. I don't know. I don't like to move
be
all that
kinda
much
cool,
while I'm
though.
shooting. Unless like it's moving for me, right? And I'm on the hoverboard.
Yeah, that's true, because
I
it's
like
like
to-
if we look at the tank, for example, the controls are so jank.
Yeah. I mean, hardly. I feel like for some activities, like to move and shoot is like super like not advantageous. I feel like I'd like to hide behind cover and like where I'm safe, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
Because it is a shooter game.
Do be helpful to have cover.
Doobie. Doobie doobie boom 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 boom, as they say.
Dooby dooby doo.
Where are you?
I'm just like flipping through your Discord. Yeah, I just saw the. Wait, what?
I did the thing again. Can you? Does Discord filter zombie screeching?
I think it does, yeah. Because if you were trying to do that, I didn't hear it.
Oh,
I'm flipping through your Discord, and I actually only just saw your like raid stream thingamajig.
oh yeah. I'm
Question
thinking.
is, what raid?
I'm thinking of making a group chat tonight.
But which raid?
But what raid? Well, what's the rotation?
I mean,
next?
evidently you're qualified to teach Deepstone, so there's that.
I know. That's probably the only one I'm qualified to teach. Maybe, you know what? Maybe King's Fall, maybe Vault. But I still forget mechanics every now and then. Like Deepstone, I know them like by heart, but like Vault of
Yeah.
Glass, though,
Got it.
Do you still remember how to do Deepstone?
yes, I remember everything.
Okay, well, honestly,
I remember it
granted,
all.
there's not a lot to remember with Deep Stone, if we're being honest. But
It's kind of just it's just the same mechanic, but like in different rooms.
yeah, it's just like just know the jobs.
I feel like
Guess it's official.
Vault of Glass is a little bit like that with oracles, but it's still kind of like unique, at least more unique.
I think I've told you about the thing where each oracle is tied to a specific musical note. Have I told you about that?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I
And
originally realized that because there's a series of videos that like a speedrunner put up on YouTube where he talks about like modern like optimizations to raids and stuff. Just like mostly just like keeping people updated with like what the modern meta is for certain things and whatnot.
Yeah.
And for his video on Vault, he actually put up he linked in the video description a website that was an Oracle ear trainer. So I went to the website, and that's where I made the connection. I was like, wait, hang on. If you go from the middle, you like start from the middle Oracle and then go down the right from spawn, literally just a C7 chord. And then you take the left Oracles and it's literally just D major. It's like, holy crap. This is actually so easy to memorize now.
I don't have perfect pitch though. I feel like I couldn't train myself no matter.
Imagine
Maybe
not
I could.
having
You know what?
perfect pitch.
Actually, maybe. I don't know.
No, if you
I wouldn't be
up
trained
your
to know the
relative
note,
pitch,
but
it's
I'd
good
be
enough.
trained to know like
Yeah.
I guess the sound maybe.
It's actually quite fun because all of a sudden it makes it very viable to just like solo oracles, and it just becomes like a fun flex and exercise.
But it also makes it so much easier for everyone. Like you pull up and you know that, and they're like, okay, this is clutch. Like that, you know.
That's true. That's true, and it's nice for like normal runs
gonna
to like
take a
just
minute.
have someone that just knows how to do everything because it just streamlines things for everyone else. At the same time, I feel like if we're trying to teach people a raid, though, I mean, I don't know. I would want
That's a good
someone to
point.
like at least have the chance to do something instead of just being on ad clear the whole time.
Right. No, that makes sense. No, yeah, it would be better, especially for the Sherpa stream, to do everything from scratch. I know some people will not have raided before, so this will be really fun and interesting.
I think the only person in your community I've played with has been Tantalus. So
Yeah. There is Ferric. I believe there was also, I had one with Hal and Flame not too long ago.
yeah, that was a couple of D2 streams ago, right?
That was fun. I think Suler may or may not be someone who also plays. And then there's Chattering Bone. He definitely plays.
I mean,
Definitely
you name yourself after a Last Wish gun. I'd better hope he plays.
he at least plays.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
So
I just
it's
love
good.
like the absolute. One of the things that I love about D2 so much, it's so similar to like TF2 culture actually, where it's like you join up on a game, and you just see the most ridiculous usernames around.
Are you looking at one right now?
One of the guys I run with normally, he's got a pretty ridiculous name. Washing machine adept.
I need to change mine to something more interesting.
There's occasionally you'll also see like the one guy in the tower who's got like what was it, like Dad's belt time lost or something like that.
Dad's belt. No. By the way, I can't.
Marasov's thighs, things like that.
I can't see any names in the tower right now.
I have a habit where literally anytime I see a ridiculous name somewhere, I just instantly go to their profile and screenshot it. Like I need to I gotta find this because I do this all the time. I'll just pull up the screenshots I've got. Oh gosh. No, not that. No, yeah, there's all sorts of silly stuff that you can find in the tower. Okay.
They're all.
I don't even know if I should say this one on stream, honestly.
Hello? Are they in the lobby?
No. I'm just flipping through like old screenshots.
Oh no.
Oh god, I don't even know if I should say this one out loud, honestly.
That's fair.
I'll skip over that one then. Oh, you know, you know
We
the
have
hand
Bob.
cannon
We have
from-
Bob in the tower today.
That's true. You know,
We have
the
Big Sus Mitchie.
the vault of glass hand cannon Fatebringer.
Yeah.
I suppose at some point in time I ran into someone called Baitfringer. So the classic letter swap.
Mifritic.
Mara Sov Enjoyer. What else? Lord Snacks on Crayons. This is a little cringe, but okay.
I like Lord Snacks.
Sussy Baka Gaming.
Feeds while I work.
I wanna name my first son Sussy Baka Gaming.
Sussy.
Wanna found an agency.
Why is my sister named Rose? Because your mother loved roses. Oh, I see. I understand now. No problem, Sussy Baka Gaming.
You never know
At
these
some point
days,
in-
man.
Yeah. Oh, like a week or two ago, I ran into someone in the tower whose name was just Mommy.
Rhythmic physical expressions won't
This
I
was
do
so
remember.
beautiful.
I do remember. This is the last one I'll say for now. There was a point in time where I was just like running around in the EDZ doing the lost sectors, and I actually ran into Bife.
No way.
Oh no.
Yeah, Bife was in my lobby.
That's so
We were
cool.
just doing a lost sector together. I was like, hey yo.
Hey. Hey yo.
Another point in time,
Should've
someone,
been-
one of the other guys I run with, he put up a screenshot of a Crucible scoreboard where his team got absolutely destroyed. And then you
Yeah,
look
that's
over
right.
the scoreboard for the enemy team that won, and you just see at the very top Frostbolt. He was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
I know who Frostbolt
So
is
it's like
again.
no wonder you got destroyed.
Oh yeah, Frostbolt. You know, like that guy.
Yeah,
Can do
Yeah.
this.
the guy that Astacross runs trials with.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
man. Ah,
like
anyone
top
dang.
1% PvP player.
That's
Probably,
ridiculous.
I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you run into people like that, and it's like, yeah, you're gonna get stomped.
Maybe I should find a PvP game to stream. Maybe this is a good or a bad idea.
Helldivers 2, and we just keep killing each other.
Helldivers is PvP?
No, but you can kill your teammates in Helldivers.
There's friendly fire.
Yeah.
Amen. We. This is what we need in Destiny. We need friendly fire in PvE.
I mean, this
This is terrible.
that is the form of friendly fire. You push people off at the tower.
We have our own ways. But you can't crush people anymore.
You eager edge someone off a ledge and they die.
Yeah. You know what? Somehow I like that a little better than killing someone directly. Use the mechanics to your advantage. Exploit the game in the way it was designed. Ooh.
Man, you haven't done any of the newer raids, have you?
I haven't done the Taken King yet. I did part of the.
Well, you did. No, you did last. No, not you did not. You did King's Fall. Like once, right?
I did King's Fall. That's right. I did do King's Fall once. And then there
Yeah.
was, I forget, the something witnesses one. The
Vow.
vow. Yeah, vow of the. I got through part of that.
Oh yeah, you didn't finish that though.
I know. I'm gonna have to
Oh man,
rememorize
yeah,
the.
because we finished up. We dipped out after Caretaker. Oh, that means you didn't get to play one of the best raid encounters in the game. Ooh.
It's because people that were not me kept messing up.
I'm not sure that was the case, but
Dude, I was just I was just getting the ogre to. That was my only job, was to keep the ogre from, just to make him go slow, and we did that.
fair enough. I don't remember what
So
you did
I
already.
actually don't know what the rest of the mechanics were. Which was just one of those times and things where it's like, I didn't really get to learn the encounter. But honestly, you can't really learn
Yeah.
it from just one time, you know? Like you
Right, yeah.
you get me acquainted with that role just to go through it, and then I'll pick up some things. And then the next time, you know, that I go into it, then yeah, maybe I'm more willing to take on another responsibility, different
Right.
responsibility. Dang, I really want to go camping IRL now and watch the
Oh, man, yeah.
sunrise. They should make Uter Camp a real thing.
Did I tell you fall 2022? So just like a couple of months after I came to Norway.
Mhm.
So I don't think I told you guys this, but
Win a fight.
so I was seeing on Instagram because there's a couple of like Norwegian photographers
Mhm.
that I follow on Instagram, and I was seeing that they started putting up aurora pictures. I was like, oh, the aurora's coming up now. So I reached out to one of my classmates. I was like, yo, you want to head up north for a weekend? And he's like, yeah, sure. So we went up to like a really far north, like a major Norwegian city. It's in the
Mhm.
Arctic Circle. So we went up
Mhm.
and we decided we were gonna go camping. Just like out in the wild and just like try to see the lights that way.
Did you?
I did, yeah. It was very
Yo,
nice. Though
that's
we
so
were
cool.
dying in the cold because what happened was we were too cheap to buy tents because tents are expensive, so we just bought hammocks.
Dude. Ugh.
We went up, we just went off we weren't on like a trail or any marked path. We just walked like halfway up like a like an unmarked, unnamed mountain in the middle of nowhere. And we had to find somewhere to put up our hammocks, and then night hits and it's just like freezing, below freezing temperatures. We're just like dying for the night.
Oh my gosh, dude. I can't imagine. I hate being cold so
And then the
friggin'
next day,
much.
and then the next day we realized that we should have checked the bus schedule back to the city proper. So we were like, okay, there's no bus stops close to us. There is one bus that is leaving from a stop at yay distance away in 5 hours. I think it was like somewhere in the range of like 5 to 8 hours we had to make it to this bus stop to catch the bus back to town.
Hmm.
We walked like,
Eververse
I can't even
isn't
remember,
just
we
a
walked
title,
like
it's a promise.
20 or 22 kilometers or something like that.
Oh.
Just like on the side of
my
the
gosh.
road with all of our hammock
can't lose
stuff
any
and
more
on our
ships.
backs.
Upgrade the shields
Just
already.
trying to catch this bus.
Bruh.
It was it's fun to look back on, but it was very painful in the moment.
I had like this friend. Dude, hammocks are so cool. Like you could like I've seen people like stack hammocks between like two trees, and they just
yeah.
like keep on stacking them higher until like
It's
you
like
get
a
to the
bunk bed.
top. Yeah, it's like a bunk bed between
Yeah,
two
yeah.
trees, but hammocks. And you just stand in one of them to set up the next one. It's so. But imagine like you're the first one to wake up and you're at the top, and you have to pee. I guess you just. I guess you just.
I had no choice. Just peed on everyone under
You just go with the wind, you know.
Hey man, nature calls.
Oh man. Oh. But the view of the sunrise must be incredible. I had this friend. Man, I was so frustrated. I went camping one time, genuinely camping. We went into tents and we made a bonfire and we were like roasting hot dogs and stuff, and it was super awesome. But like, this dude, like, didn't know any. I think he didn't know anything about camping, or he didn't go camping much. Or maybe anytime he went camping, he never made the fire because the bro is like, dude, the only thing you need for a fire, and he meant this legitimately. He said, you just need fuel and lighter and kerosene. And I mean fuel, like fuel the logs. So he's like logs and kerosene. And I'm like, wait, hold on. I don't know, man. Like,
I honestly wouldn't be able to say. I didn't do like Eagle Scout stuff, so I don't
No,
know.
so like the thing is like you need things to actually catch, right? Like logs don't
Yeah.
catch fire easily. And just because you put a flammable liquid on, you know, on a log doesn't mean a log will catch fire. What catches fire is the kerosene. And then when the fuel,
But not the log, yeah.
yeah, and when the fuel is out of the kerosene, it's now a wet log. Now that thing is
true. That's not gonna ignite. Then,
that's
yeah.
just not gonna ignite. So like, yeah, we had like a weak fire for the entire night because bro just only brought logs and kerosene. And I'm like, this sucks. We tried to look for like twigs and stuff like around the camp, but like all of the sticks were like too wet. It like rained the day before, and
oh yeah,
my gosh, like it was just so. I was so cold, dude. I was so cold, and there was barely enough fire to like roast stuff. Like we had a little bit of fire, like we had a lot of kerosene to like keep a, you know, like to relight it occasionally, but like it was never big enough. Like we can never keep it going. It was never big enough to actually
it's all,
warm
like, super
me.
temporary.
It was so temporary. I was so mad. I knew it wasn't gonna work.
Huh?
The campfire is
Not
the
like
most
I ever learned
quintessential
that stuff,
part.
so-
How could
oh
you
well.
ruin the best part of camping?
You know, it's when I went up north with my classmate as well. So this is me. I don't know how to start a fire, so there goes one person. My classmate, he knows how to start a fire, but the issue is, like, because it, you know, like one of the big stereotypes with Norway is that it rains so much and everything's like super wet all the time because of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing to start a fire with.
Oh no.
So we were also just cold the entire night.
She said she wanted to
Just-
express herself
Just pitch a
so
fire
I gave
in your hammock. You know?
Set yourself on fire.
I think maybe we're just too short-sighted and we need to see the options in front of us. The hammock is flammable.
That'll be concerning. That's like its own like safety hazard. Just the tents, they set the tent on fire. It's a flammable tent. Yeah. Deal with it.
Just place like pitch some fires underneath you where you sleep.
Oh gosh. Well, my butt's very warm.
And
That's
then
nice.
It'd be toasty
Not
buns.
Vanguard thing.
In fact, maybe even perhaps grilled.
Anyway, you know when I'm making burgers, I like my toasty buns.
I like my buns crispy.
Well
my
done
gosh.
buns.
I haven't, honestly, I don't think I've had a good burger in a while. I need to go back to the barcade.
Neither have I.
Oh no, don't,
Closest thing
bro.
we've got to a good burger here is
Has
fucking
Just
Burger
gonna take a
King.
minute.
has Norway deprived you of good quality
No, there's
food?
actually a
Good quality burgers,
there's actually
particularly.
a restaurant in the area that's actually pretty known for good burgers. I should go there one of these days.
I can't imagine. Actually, I could imagine. Like it,
But
when
at
I
the same
travel,
time, it's gonna be expensive because everything here is expensive. It's gonna be like a $30 burger.
Sure.
it's like getting ramen here versus getting ramen in
Expressions
Japan.
won't win
Right,
fights,
yeah.
They feel good.
It's like
Interesting.
it's like in the US, you can just, I don't know, pop over to an In-N-Out or something. And that's a
True.
That's a good burger for like what, $4?
Is it $4?
Here,
Yeah.
like
Holy crap!
like something.
I guess it is.
Like here, like a decently filling burger from even just Burger King here would be like $11. So
That's just by
it's like, what?
itself.
and that's just the
Oh,
burger, not a
my
meal. So
gosh,
it's like, bro, what? Yeah, everything here is expensive.
man. It costs an arm and a leg, but only because you have the health care to bring those arms and legs back.
Well, fair enough. I mean, it's in most other respects, it is quite comfy to live here. It's just the costs are just crazy.
Mm.
And just in the year and a half I've been here, just grocery prices have gone up a significant amount. Restaurant prices have gone up a lot. So it's, yeah. It is what it is.
Tis what tis. I don't think I'll miss burgers if I go to Japan, though. I mean, you know what? I'll be really excited. Yeah, well, okay, first of all, Japan's only going to be like for 2 weeks, so I think this is like a trip that I'm doing like with my sis. And like
Oh, really?
Her a thumbs up.
I can survive 2 weeks without I can survive much time without
If you're
a
just like
particular
taking
food.
a trip, then it's like spend the time to just like, you know,
I suppose
immerse yourself in it, you know?
I suppose if I was in Japan as long as you were in Norway, I would miss burgers. I think they are like my favorite food, but sushi is
But I
also
also
my
feel like
second
whenever you're
favorite
getting that
food.
craving, there's gotta be good burgers in Japan, dude. There's gotta be.
There will be. I don't know. They care about food over there, right? They
Oh, very much so, yeah.
so I don't know though. I feel like even if I'd have to go. I'm actually very curious. Like it seems like it'd be a waste of money to get a burger when you're in Japan, but I genuinely want to learn and see how it would taste. You know, like just
It'd probably be
even
good.
if because I'm sure they could make it taste good, but I don't know like if they can make it taste like an American burger. They may have like their version of it, and it will look the same, but maybe, you know, because they'll have, I don't know how much they'll have freaking Cajun over there. Like, I don't know.
Oh, like that sort of thing. Because I was wondering where you were going with
I've been
differences
feel
in
like-
flavors between like an
Everest
American
mission
or
for weeks.
Japanese.
Because of like the
burgers. Like, what? It's
accessibility
all-
of spices, right?
That's I suppose if we think about spices, that's fair enough. I was thinking too bare bones. I was like, well,
They can make it
Buns.
work with
buns
what
and
they
beef,
have.
I don't know.
Like they'll make a good burger for sure in Japan, but will it taste like an American burger? I don't know. That's what I like to
But also
find.
the other thing is, if you're just visiting, then isn't part of the fun to see what that difference is as well? Because like if you're going to be there for like
Right,
a long period of time,
right.
like if you're like living there as
What
like an
if we tried
immigrant or an
diplomacy?
expat or
What if we
something,
let them have the
then it's like,
travel?
yeah, well, maybe you might miss those like stronger American flavors every now and then. But if you're just there for like a short trip, like 2-3 weeks, I don't know. There's no need to rush so much back into the American flavors. It's like
Right.
see what their interpretation of things is, and also it's also just the obvious point is just going to depend from restaurant to restaurant as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder. Yeah. Yeah. Just that I don't feel like it's like that'd be the last thing I'd want to try though. It's like because I'm there to try and learn about Japan, but you don't think of like, oh, but what if I get the same thing that I get? Okay, well, obviously, someone who like eats at McDonald's every day in Japan is not gonna like experience, you know, like all that Japanese cuisine like has to offer, right? But I guess like
That is true.
one burger,
It's like Japan,
right?
like Japanese McDonald's, that's its own beast, but that's not something you should be like
I would
rushing to eat like the second you get off the plane.
no,
for
right,
example.
right. And I don't think a burger is like something to rush to eat either.
Yeah. It's like you're in Japan. It's like go get the stereotypical things. What would that be, like the sushi, the ramen, that sort of stuff. And then try the other things that aren't
If
as well known in the States per se. Like you got okonomiyaki. I'm forgetting what the octopus balls are called now. That's blanking, but you got that. You got okonomiyaki. You can get
If you-
rice with eel and unagi-don, something like that. I think that's what it would be. Yeah, unagi-don. It's like the other like big major Japanese dishes that maybe haven't struck it quite as big in the West as like say ramen and sushi have.
Mhm. If you had like a bullseye and you were like standing 15 or 20 feet from this bullseye and you had to throw food at it, what food would you throw?
Whoa, what food do I throw at myself?
Yeah. What? Yeah, what
What food I would throw? Oh god.
Yeah, at the bullseye, like what food would give you the best chance of getting a bullseye?
Wait, I'm slightly more confused now. How do you mean by that?
Like if you have a target that you have to throw food at and you want to get a bullseye.
oh,
and
I
you're,
like literally
15,
throw
20
the food.
Yeah, you literally throw the food. What food would you choose?
What's like the most aerodynamic food?
Hmm. Shrimp is
Hot
pretty
dog?
aerodynamic.
Hot dog? Like throw the hot dog like a paper
hot dog.
airplane? I don't know.
Hmm. Would okay, but like, does it include the bun? Like, does it have to be a dish, or does it have? Because I feel like a hot dog by itself isn't really like
I mean, for me, when I think hot dog, I think with the bun, yeah.
with the right. I was thinking with
Because
the
otherwise,
bun.
you just got a sausage.
And I think you'd throw the hot dog and like the bun would just fall off, like midair. Because like it's less dense than the hot dog.
Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure. We throw it upside down as well.
I feel like it'd be takoyaki. But like I feel like it'd be
Oh,
too.
actually, no. That's what I was thinking of. Like me forgetting the name of the octopus balls, takoyaki.
But I feel like
Problem
they
with
would be
that is
too
that
light.
You would have to. No, you also have to wait a while because it's super hot. Like when it's fresh, you try to throw it and just burn your hand.
Yeah. But I feel like I feel like takoyaki wouldn't weigh much. So like you try to throw it and it would just like it would not make it. Like you try to throw
Oh,
it
yeah,
hard.
okay. Actually, like those things we had in elementary school, like the Smucker's Uncrustables.
Yo, wait, the Uncrustable? Maybe that's it.
Because
'Cause you
because all the sides are crimped, so you don't need to worry about like one side of the sandwich
Where was
falling
I?
off or the insides falling off. It's all crimped.
You're
at the edges, so
actually
you
a
just throw
genius.
it. You just throw it like a beanbag.
You could throw it like a frisbee.
You know, that actually just reminded me. You know,
That might-
for a time, because there's a Wikipedia article on that type of sandwich. You know,
Oh yeah.
like the special sort of like pillow sandwich where it's like
Ye-
the edges are crimped together
Yep.
and stuff.
Hmm.
For a time, like it was classified as a sandwich, but also classified as a ravioli on Wikipedia.
I believe it. It
And honestly, it's like
it very much is.
it's a sound argument. Yeah, it's a sound argument.
I think Uncrustables may be the most aerodynamic food there is. Actually, now that you bring it up, I don't think anything beats that.
Well, because it's like you just think back to like beanbags, right? Beanbags, okay, it's like beanbags aren't necessarily that aerodynamic, but the important thing is it's like, at least in the West, a lot of people are sort of like they grow up in the West ingrained with that general knowledge of the motion of like throwing a beanbag.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ask
Oh,
someone to
sure.
throw a Uncrustable, it may or may not feel similar. Or at least that's the train of thought I'm going off of right now.
When you visit the States, we should play hacky sack. No, not hacky sack. We should play what is it? Cornhole, but with Uncrustables.
Such a waste of Uncrustables.
Bro, Will- they're biodegradable. They'll go back into the soil. They'll feed the animals.
Part of me doesn't think Uncrustables would be
Oh,
biodegradable.
that's good.
There's gotta be so many bad chemicals in that stuff, you know?
the pe-
It's like that's not
the
that's
peanut
not
butter's got to be
biodegradable.
toxic or something.
We just destroy the local ecosystem. So we threw a bunch of
Gun-
Uncrustables on the ground.
Uncrustables are a biohazard.
It actually reminds me, completely off topic from all the food and stuff, but you were like, yeah, like whenever you come back home, I'm probably gonna like text you about this at a later date as well. Like when it's like more confirmed that I will be coming back.
Mm-hmm.
At a, like when I know. Because I feel like once I do come back, I'm probably gonna be wanting to spend like at least a month back home to just like unwind and stuff and just sort of like scrape my sanity back together.
Oh yeah.
Upgrade the shields
And
already.
just spend time because it's not going to be a permanent, at least hopefully it's not a permanent move back home because I do want to continue trying to live abroad and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
at least spend like a month just like unwinding. I want to spend that time to rebuild my computer into a smaller case.
Oh, yo, that'll be
Because
fun.
one of the things I'm thinking about is like moving forward, especially if I do want to try to settle somewhere abroad, is that I want my desktop with me.
Yeah, understandable.
Because just this, you can only handle so much of living off of laptops as like your main computing source.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to like
It's got leveled
travel
up.
around and have like a full size PC case in
Come here, bro.
in
Join us.
in my checked luggage either. So I want to try to build it into like a smaller like ITX or mini ATX case or something like that.
That sounds
I'm
actually like
like
a lot of fun.
Yeah, it would be interesting. I've been like thinking about like parts planning and stuff as well. The nice thing is because I do have the Founders Edition 3080,
Yes.
and you know like the cooler design on it is actually like quite a bit different from like more traditional cooler designs on other cards
Right.
from other OEMs and stuff. Is that you have like the blow through.
It's more like a
And
it's like a reference card, right?
Seriously?
Yeah, the
blower.
reference card and like the cooler design's like quite a bit different on it. Because of
Yes.
that, it's like this like it actually makes case selection a little bit tricky
Oh,
because not all small cases can handle that type of card cooling that well. So there's
interesting.
like some like smaller ITX cases that actually once you build into them with a card like that, it actually blocks the flow through fans
Oh gosh.
on the reference cards, so it can't cool itself. So it's like thinking about that for a little bit. I want to ask around a little bit more on like Discord and stuff, but it seems like the case I'm landing on also happens to be one of the largest and most easiest like ITX cases to build into. So I was like, oh great, that makes our lives a little bit easier. Than not having to worry about how to stuff everything into like a 5-liter case or something
Seriously?
insane.
Dang,
But yeah,
I
that's
feel
just
like
like a little project I'm thinking of for whenever I come back. Because it's
feel
like
like-
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
obviously gonna want to save space in my checked bags, and I can't have like my computer taking up in a whole checked bag. That would be a little crazy. So it'd be nice to have a smaller case so that my desktop can be a bit more mobile.
I feel like building in an ITX case is like the next step in evolution for like every PC gamer. Like once you build your massive like super sick rig, then you realize like practically like, oh shoot. Like I kind of am moving
It's not
around now.
aesthetic enough.
It's
Eververse isn't just
Uh,
a title.
I could probably go without the aesthetic. Actually, I really like the aesthetic though. I'm torn between the clout and the movability.
I mean, the other thing is it's not like big cases aren't popular anymore either. Because actually, I'm thinking now there's a fair number of like higher profile VTubers have like PC case collaborations of all the things.
Whoa.
And what's nice is that some of them will use like really big cases that can both like intentionally show off the components inside that you build into it, but also it's more space for like collaborative graphics that show off the VTuber and the talent you're trying to show off as well.
Right.
So it's more space for something like that. So people do still like their larger cases. It just depends on what you need and what you want.
That's true. True. I don't move around all that much, so I suppose it makes
Yeah.
sense. But it also I can understand the convenience. I mean, low key, like sometimes I'm out and I'm not like I don't know. I'll be out of state or something, and sometimes I don't know. Sometimes a laptop is not good enough for what I want to do.
Sure.
Or how I want to be productive. In fact, I should probably somehow. I do have a portable keyboard. I should like get a new mouse because like man, using that trackpad is super clunky now to me.
Eververse isn't just a title.
And like I use Photoshop sometimes, Skipper. You ever try to use Photoshop with a trackpad?
I wouldn't want to do anything on the trackpad. I've just using a DAW with a trackpad is like a complete nightmare.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
Actually, for most normal computing, I've become a big trackball fan
Ooh.
as of late. Because in my undergrad, we were using a lot of all the studios had trackballs in them, and it felt weird for a while. But eventually, it's like you spend as much time in that program as I did,
You can
and you
upgrade
get
the
used to
armor,
using a
but
trackball.
it's
And
still
actually, it's
just
a
a
little bit
cargo
of a
freight.
story I had last year. I was helping a student at the music school record an album.
Okay.
So I was like responsible
Cool.
for like helping them record and also editing the records as well. So
Did you
Just
watch the Crucible
spending-
last night?
it was tough because I originally came here and I was like, yeah, I'll be fine with just my gaming mouse. Like it should suffice for like working in the DAW and stuff. But then all of a sudden I get hit with these like editing, these like massive like multi-day, multi-hour editing sessions where I'm just in the studio for like 5-6 hours a day for like 2 weeks. And all of a sudden using a gaming mouse
Did you
to
watch the
edit
Crucible last night?
these records is actually killing my wrist.
Oh gosh.
Like I left like every day. And it's like my wrist looked slightly raw from the amount it was like just dragging on the desk, and also
my
just
gosh.
felt like super stiff from using the mouse for like that much for that extended period of time. So after that I was like, no, I gotta switch back to trackballs. I can't do this. It's been a much more comfortable for normal computing and for audio work. Still gaming on a mouse though, obviously.
Right.
Can't imagine gaming on a trackball.
Should we have gaming on a trackball stream?
God, I could try. It'd be
I feel
terrible.
I feel like I don't know. Oh, but like the trackball, that's the thing that's in between the keys on a keyboard, right?
No, that's like a completely different thing that you would have
That's
found on like the old like Lenovo ThinkPads. I mean, it's like
Is the trackball? What is that?
it's literally like there's a ball on the mouse that you
Oh,
move
it's that.
with either your thumb or your
Oh,
finger.
it's that. Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Oh gosh.
In my case, I have a
know
I have a
what?
thumb ball.
That doesn't seem too bad actually. What would be super frustrating though is that your thumb has a pulse. Like it would be I don't know. I just imagine it'd be kind of hard to aim.
like it would be fine to make like micro adjustments, I feel, but you wouldn't be able to flick. Like in like an FPS context, it would be terrible to flick.
You could just just drag your thumb really fast.
Yeah.
Just spin it. Just let it rip, you know what I'm saying?
The other thing as well is that I've actually like left my trackball plugged in before when I've had D2 open, and I've tried it for a little bit. I would have to completely readjust all my sensitivity settings for it. And sounds
makes
like
sense.
a pain.
Yeah, you can't save setting profiles.
No,
But why would
unfortunately
you?
not.
Why would they add that to a game?
Yeah,
when-
exactly. It's like they're not anticipating like people playing with a trackball, so
Or with multiple devices, like
yeah.
they don't expect people like me playing with multiple control schemes.
Learning how to use M and K.
I'm M and K. I listened to that band. That's
I like to watch the
What?
football.
what's M and K? Is that like a protein bar?
That was like a multivitamin.
Well, yeah, I take M and K every morning. I've had my friendly dose of M and K.
Roided
Indeed.
up on M and K.
You ever have M and K and D?
What?
Yeah.
Where's the D coming from?
D's nuts.
I've had enough of this bullshit. Why'd I ever say yes to doing this? I hate it
That
here.
marshmallow that marshmallow
I
ain't
hate
the
it
only
here.
thing that's being roasted right now. It has been fantastic. The song
hate
made
it
it
here.
all worth it.
I'm gonna cry in the corner. Yeah.
Nah! He's trying to. Your ghost, no. No. Nothing happened.
Anyways. Where were we?
You're completely like this. You're in charge of set design and stage managing because I don't have this emote. So the second
Gosh,
you're gone,
I saw this emote in the Bright Dust store. I was like, oh, I got this is a good one.
I'm so mad. I really want it. We'll get my chance.
I love my multiplayer emotes. I've also got the band. You know,
Oh gosh.
join my band.
Karaoke.
Karaoke night. Oh gosh.
Karaoke podcast. I think I will call it at 4 p.m.
How long is that for you? I'm.
That
not
is.
good,
Oh, this is like in
10
12
minutes?
minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
My team
This was
lost
really
last
fun though.
night.
Yeah, this is fun.
This
Just
is
like
this is
talking
the
shop,
outro. the
Talking. Finally, we've put an end to the podcast that no one asked for.
I was watching Blue Lock with Enchi, and you know how she hasn't
What was
watched
Blue
a lot
Lock
of.
again. Remind me.
Oh, it's that soccer
Which
anime.
sport was it? Which sport was it?
It was soccer.
Soccer. Okay.
Yeah. We got halfway into the series, and she doesn't watch a lot of anime, so she doesn't know like the tropes or like the patterns of anime, right? And the outro changed, and she said, "Oh, the outro changed." I'm like, "Enchi, this isn't an outro." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "No,
What?
it's the intro."
Oh, you're
for
just throwing
for
her
the
off.
next half. She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You don't know that." I'm like, "I know." She's like, "How do you know that?" Like, I'm like, and it would be too complicated of me to to explain this to
When
you.
when you're enough of a weeb, you just know.
I just
understand.
knew.
You just understand these things, like it's second nature.
He's like, "No, this is not the outro. She's like, "This is not the intro. They're playing it at the end." I'm like, it's the intro.
Oh man.
And it was sad to see, really, but we have to iron sharpens iron, and I sharpened her in that moment.
Wait, what? It sounds so dramatic, dude. You're just watching Blue Lock over here. Just chill out.
And it was really funny, and then she made fun of me. Funny enough, she made fun of me after, like, when we got into the next episode, and it was the new intro, and she's like, "Riff, this is the intro." I'm like, "Gosh dang it, she's turning it on me now." Oh my gosh. Blue Lock
Sports
is
anime are not a thing I'm much into. I found out a couple of years ago that they were working on a climbing anime, and I got super hyped. But then I looked at some of the key art. I saw the first episode. I was like, oh, it's just a classic thirst trap.
okay, but
Where it's a climbing anime, but it's just like a bunch of like sweaty high school girls in like sports bras and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, dude.
makes sense.
The thing is,
What about
like,
Haikyuu?
I've seen. No.
Okay.
The issue with me is that
Hans, a guardian's journey.
I have seen one sports anime before. Ping Pong the animation.
Yes.
Have
yes.
I made you watch that?
I have not watched it yet. It's on my list. My
No kidding. No
Internal
kidding.
list.
Because it's the one sports anime I've seen, and I can be a little bit hypocritical and pretentious and sort of like ragging
Just
on
gonna take
sports
a minute.
anime for a lot of them seeming a little bit tropey and
Sure.
stuff.
yeah. They
And
tend
with
to be.
the only one I've seen being Ping Pong the animation, and it's just funny. It's like I can try to rag on sports anime all I want, but it just so happens that Ping Pong the animation, if I had to choose, might actually be my favorite anime.
Whoa.
It
So
is.
where do you
I
think-
genuinely think it is a masterpiece. It is fantastic.
So where do you think it succeeds where like other sports anime fail?
Well, the thing is, I can't answer that without sounding, again, like super pretentious and super hypocritical because I haven't seen any other sports anime. So it's like,
Sure.
I just feel like maybe something like Haikyuu or Blue Lock, maybe they're a little too tropey and they lean into that. Because like, that's one the hallmark of anime. You know, it's you lean into the tropes, right? Like,
Yeah,
isekai, like that's its own suite of tropes that
makes sense.
get old after that can get old after a while.
Yep.
I don't know. Is this something with like I don't know if I can put my finger on it now because
Well,
I kind of want to cite the example of just
like
absolutely
maybe
incredible character development, but I suppose that could be something that you can find in other sports anime as well, because I mean, if that didn't exist, then I don't think people would like, say, Haikyuu as much as they do, right?
mhm.
So that may not necessarily be a
I guess it's
valid
official.
argument either. But I don't know. I feel like at a certain point, it kind of stops being like a sports anime. And it just, I don't know, there's just something inexplicably like human in seeing how these characters develop over time and stuff and over the course of the show.
For the ping pong.
I don't know.
one?
It's yeah, it's just brilliant, unlike really anything I've seen in any other show.
Sure. I mean, definitely one thing that both Haikyuu and Blue Lock have is that the character has to grow, but like
Right.
I,
Yeah.
I can
And
kind of
that's
it does kind of make sense to me that they grow, you know, because the plot needs them to. But that's also the plot. Like the whole point is that, you know, a character grows, but like particularly in sports anime, like it's even more predictable.
it's integral because the very notion of growth is a core concept in sports itself, right?
Yes.
You grow as a person, as an athlete, and you get better at it over time, and that is the development. So that's the other tricky thing with that as well. It's like it is an expectation that is there.
But I can get the trope, right? Like where sports anime will kind of make them grow in just very convenient ways, or maybe even inexplicable ways.
Yeah.
Whereas,
I
like,
think part
oh,
of it,
you know?
as well, might just be irritation with the fact that it seems like a lot of these guys are kind of designed as like thirst traps, and you sort of see them being like paraded around on like weeb Twitter and stuff as like husbandos and stuff.
That's true. That's true. Haikyuu is pretty
So
popular.
it's like I suppose it's a little bit of an irritation with that. Whereas like you really you don't get that. You don't get a lot of that out of ping pong. Just good
True.
old-fashioned storytelling, good old-fashioned character development. I mean, it's like again, it's fantastic because part of it is that
Yes.
it does kind of stop
Did you
feeling
watch
like
the
a
Crucible last night?
sports anime after a bit. Like it sort of breaks out of that shell, and it just becomes a show about human growth, human life, coming of age, like that sort of thing.
Right.
She said she wanted to express herself, so I gave her a thumbs up.
I'll have to watch ping pong.
It's a very good show. What else have you been watching recently? Because I know last time we talked, there was the conversation about Freeman for a while.
Yeah, I have been watching Free Ren. I do. Let's see. It's mostly Free Ren and Blue Lock right now. I saw that there was a new visual released for ReZero.
Oh yeah, season 3 or something, whatever they're on now.
Super excited for that. I'm glad
I'm
they're
sure it's a
still
good show.
animating for that. But yeah, I mean, I guess Free Ren and Blue Lock. Free Ren is pretty good. It's pretty world buildy in a really good way. I don't know, like I feel like it gets this criticism from everyone, but it's slow. But like
My criticism with at least with the manga is actually kind of the reverse of it. Where it's like I liked the slower pace of it.
I mean, I do like
because there's it's a bit of like more methodical, and it does feel a bit more meditative in a way that I really appreciate for a series that deals with the kind of themes that it deals with. But at least in the manga, and I think the anime is like starting to get to these arcs as well. But for a really long stretch in the manga, it just kind of shifts into like a battle manga, and it just becomes, I don't know. It's like it's not really what I originally signed up for,
right.
and all the battle manga arcs are just stupid long. Like there's an arc that I don't know if there's enough episodes left in this season for it to get to this. But there's an arc that comes later on in the manga that legitimately took so long to wrap up it actually made me drop the manga. Because I was like,
Dang.
it's just been in battle manga mode for like years now. And I was like, I can't deal. But
My thing about
that's just me though. That's just me.
it's my thing about free run is that it it you know it I kind of actually do like the idea of just kind of observing the slice of life of like a fantasy town, especially for a character like Freerin, right, who lives so long that she can't build relationships with people, and how she grows in that. Like I'm all on board for that. That's super cool. But like now that they have like a main goal and like a main quest, when I got there, I kind of like am not sure like where the urgency or where the drive is coming from, because it's still like doing that slice of life thing, but now they have like a reason to move. Now it feels a little off-putting now that, you know, you're still seeing this slice of life happen when there's a clear goal. Before, in fact, I kind of liked it better when it was slow without a goal. And now now that they're like trying to pick up the pace, which is like now the characters have a clear goal, but they're not really in practice.
If we look like
picking it up.
within an arc, I feel like if we look within an arc, like it does feel like it's definitely picked up the pace a bit, which I mean it has, but like if we zoom out a little bit, they are still taking their time towards their goal. I mean, again, take an immortal being like Frieren, she's in no rush.
I you know, but at least, you know,
give like the amount of progress. If we think about the amount of progress they've actually made towards their goal, then that I feel like that becomes a little bit more apparent.
It's like I wish there was like kind of more of a, like, I feel like anything could be explained. Like, I feel like I would have more patience and be more forgiving of it if it was just explained in the plot better. Like, you know, even with like, you know, now this goal, like, why does she still take her time? Like, there should at least be, and not just because it is her core character to do that. It is like core of her behavior to kind of be nonchalant about, like, you know, where she is, what she's going through, what she's doing.
Right.
But like, I would at least like to know, like, why is this nonchalantness different from the previous nonchalantness? You know, it's like the context is different now. So if you're gonna do the same thing, but the environment around you is changing, why? And I don't know that why. You know, I'd be more willing to accept it if, you know, because I don't think that people are prone to be the same all the time. People change based on, you know, how, you know, people have to change based on how their environment changes. So,
The
but
thing
also
there, though, is that I feel like there is a clear line of Frieren also changing as a character as well, and she's actually beginning to understand that she has all the time in the world, but the people around her don't.
But we're losing ships every
And I feel
day.
like there is a bit of a clear line there where she is starting to understand that now that she's traveling once again with Fern and Stark, and just seeing them grow up over time and knowing that they're going to die in her lifetime. She can't do anything about it. She's going to long outlive them and anyone she meets in the series.
right.
And yeah, it's like you see the lines where she is really starting to understand that, especially in the wake of Himmel's death
Right.
and going on that adventure back up now.
Yeah.
I do think that it's also an interesting thing to think about as well. Like whenever, in who knows when, how long from now, but whenever they do finally reach their destination, because they're effectively just trying to go to heaven, right?
Right.
I don't know. It's something about that sort of contrast of an immortal being going to heaven and experiencing that. You know what I mean?
Interesting. And I never thought of it like that, actually. Yeah.
It's like that's an interesting endpoint to look forward to, and I think we'll be looking forward to it for years to come, because I'm not sure they've made too much progress there even in the manga.
I'm also kind of losing my drive in the last like few episodes with Frieren, because I think I've finally like kind of understand that Frieren is to exist as a mage in a time of peace. And I kind of wonder, like, okay, what does that kind of mean for the plot? Like, how serious then can any plot, you know, how serious can any, you know, adversary be if you're
it's not
exist, you know?
I'm not going to spoil anything. It's not completely peaceful.
Okay. It never is.
But then
I mean,
that also
there was. I did
goes
really
back to
like
the earlier-
I did really like the stuff with Aura. What's her name? Aura.
It is hilarious how much
Like
of a
that-
meme
That stuff was
Aura
really.
became.
That was really fun. Like that wasn't like world ending, but like, you know, that was like. I felt like the stakes were really high on that. So I mean, anime will, but the anime, you know, has to raise those stakes. They have to make me believe that, you know, these fights
also
are serious.
There's
you
not
know?
too much room to raise it as well, because ultimately the big head honcho, the Demon King, is dead. So in a situation like that, it's like where do you go? It's like you're mostly just like also just observing the remains of that old army and seeing where they've gone and what they're plotting now.
Then, you know, it'd be really cool. Okay, I'm just gonna like. Now I'm gonna fanfic this, right?
Sure.
I'm not a writer, but what would be really cool is that you establish like kind of the rules of this universe, that, you know, Frieren exists. She's a mage during a time of peace, which is not always peaceful sometimes, right? But like, just imagine, right, how expectation subverting it would be. And this is such a trope, but like, what if there was a demon or an adversary that could like that found a like spell to turn back time, and like it put what if they had to be brought back into a position again where they had to re-defeat the Demon King in the past, as they had to however many years ago, 100 years ago.
Gross.
Like same not as, you know, not as the powerful mage that they are, not as the powerful mage she is now, but back in whatever form that she was in the past. Like, imagine. That's the only way I could
see
think
where
of,
you're
like,
going. I see where you're going.
like bring essentially
that.
like a way to subvert your expectations. Like, yeah, it's peaceful now, so let's then take you to a time where it's the least peaceful, which is at the peak of when they were fighting the Demon King. Imagine like the anxiety of like having to, and this is something we all relate to, right? Like, have you ever thought of, like, you know, if you ever went to the past and you could, like, you know, relive your past? I'd be so frustrated to have to redo the homework. Like like
phrase it like that.
and so many assignments that I've had to, like, you know, like challenge myself through. If I had to redo some of that stuff just to have the interest of reliving like my past, I don't know if I'd want to relive my past. Like, can you imagine going back to your past self as Frieren, and it's like you have to defeat the Demon King
Gotta go back
again.
to calculus.
Like, you have to. You have to talk to Himmel.
I believe we got
again
banned after school.
Like, can you imagine? Like, I'd just be like, that'd be so, you know, because they don't make this fight, you know, the way that they build up this fight in Frieren, they do it perfectly. They don't build it up like defeating the Demon King is some like easy thing, you know. They do the correct thing, and they give. They don't do that power fantasy thing where it's like, oh, defeating him was easy, or it was a romanticized version. No, they make it. They always talk about it as like it was a challenge, and it was scary, and it was, you know, like,
Right.
imagine having to
I mean,
go back to that.
The interesting thing with that, though, is at the same time we never see it.
Yeah, we don't.
So it's like that actual battle is kind of left up to the imagination.
That's the only thing that I can imagine would like shake Frieren, like is having to go back to what would have to be the most challenging part of her journey, which was defeating the Demon King, but having to do it again because of a spell that she didn't like foresee or something that, and time is an easy trope, but like if you're gonna build up that, you know,
The other thing
an
is, well,
entire
it's like,
era of peace.
I don't think it's entirely clear whether Frieren herself actually views that fight as the most challenging and stressful part of the journey. Part of it
Maybe.
is just because so much of what is seen from that is from everywhere but that actual battle. We see all the in-betweens, we see all the dailies. I suppose the point I'm getting at is like we don't. They say it, right? We never actually see it.
Yes, that's
So
very
it's like
true.
that
though.
whole battle kind of becomes like it's still a little up to interpretation. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Then it's like, then, you know, I would like to find out in the future. I don't read the manga, but I mean that would be good to find out in the future if there was something that really like she struggled with, because I can see like the whole idea behind her character is that, you know, it's part of that power fantasy trope where like she's lived for so long that like nothing challenges her. She also lives so long that like no relationship or no existence of a person kind of
Yeah.
phases her. She kind of isn't very social.
Well, maybe that then there's like that. Maybe that
She's
is
very-
her struggle. Maybe that is the point.
She's
It's
very
just not
numbed,
Anything
right?
particularly tangible, but just the passage of time and the weight of that. You know, again, just like that growing understanding that she's having, where everyone she's ever met will die eventually.
I just
Seeing
hope-
her contemporary party mates in Fern and Stark, knowing that they too will die during her lifetime, and she can't do anything about it.
I just hope they explore the most interesting parts of that though, because there's only so much, like, you know, like we sympathize for tragic characters, and like I feel like it could get old after a while that, you know, Frieren, yes, is overcoming her struggle, which is time, right? But it's not, you know, it's not tragic.
There's actually
know,
another manga.
It's
there's another
actually
manga
kind of
I
a
read
blessing
every now
that
and
that's
then.
your, you know, that's what you struggle with. I don't know, like
There's
not the
another
worst
manga
thing.
I read every now and then that actually has a fairly similar, at cursory glance, like premise to Frieren. I'm phasing on the title of that because it has a more typical, like, ridiculously long manga title, but it's kind of like a similar, slightly similar. Maybe, well, the more I can break it down, the more it's not. But it's kind of technically an isekai, where it's like someone goes over to the fantasy world, gets reincarnated as a high elf,
As a McDonald's
similar to
boy.
what
Oh,
Frieren
okay.
is.
Yep.
And then what happens is after like 1,000 or so years of living that way, they get bored, and their adventure starts with them leaving the elven forest and just seeing the world around them.
He wasn't the same.
What I've found fascinating with that specific manga has always been the fact that it handles the passage of time very differently from how Frieren handles it. Because with Frieren, it's like you have the initial passage of the 50 years in the first chapter,
Right.
where it's like in the 50 years, Frieren doesn't check up. She just comes back like everything's all chill, but all of a sudden everyone's old and dead.
Of course.
And then
Old
after
and
that, it's
gosh
like, and then
dang.
after that, it's like 20 more years after that. Then after that, she forms her new party with Fern, with Stark. They go on their new journey, and from there, time passes kind of more normally, right?
Yes.
With this other manga that I'm thinking about, it completely slaps you in the face with massive time jumps,
Interesting.
Oh.
where it's like he arrives at a certain destination, he's there for a couple of months, then they flip over to the next chapter, he's gone over to another place, and it's been 20 years.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
And
gosh.
then he does his thing, And then
Holy
like
pacing.
another 15 years passes within that chapter. You flip over to the chapter after that. It's been another 20 or 30 years that have passed, and he's just chilling out. So it's like, it's very blunt with the whole passage of time. And in that sense, I've actually found that to be more, again, it kind of slaps you in the face with that tragedy. Because in that manga, you watch through his eyes people he's met on his journey. You see them like actually die because you see that passage of time. It slaps you in the face with it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it is a very strange feeling to read that manga, and he's like, "Oh, I'll come back to this. This is a nice town. I'll come back someday." And he still hasn't returned to it in the current chapter, and it's been like 90 years. And you just know that all the people he met that first time he spent in that town, they're all dead.
Yeah.
He's
Or
like, he's
90
never
years
gonna
old.
meet them again. There's a thing where it's like after he leaves the elven forest, the first town he stays there for a good number of years, and he makes a lot of connections. He comes back to it eventually after like 60 or 70 years, and then he leaves it again after even more time has passed. But the second time he leaves, he's like, I don't feel like I belong here anymore. Everything I've known from here is dead. It's time for me to move on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's not my home anymore. It's like, whoa, okay.
Why isn't
Dang.
Vanguard sending us
Dang,
to
man.
combat? We're ready.
So absolute. So confident.
Yeah, it's much more blunt with it, but it's at least to me, it's been quite a powerful read in a different way.
What is it called?
Bro, it took me a million years to find the title.
It's like one of those long isekai titles.
It's a very
I
long
got sent
no,
to
it
another
actually is a
world as
very
an
long
elf,
title.
and 1,000 years I go on an epic journey. It's like, gosh dang it!
I mean, oh, actually, no,
You
that
can-
didn't take that long to find. I'll DM it to you.
Okay.
But
Well, Skipper,
yes.
thank you for this podcast. It was a fun talk. It was
Two more men making a podcast that no one asked for.
I found it fun. We had a bunch
It
of
was fun.
people come on in, and it was long overdue. We should have done this like so long ago.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It's always good going every time.
We'll refresh our minds, get some new things before we ever do this again.
Yeah.
Just so that we have some fresh things to talk about.
It was at least nice that we didn't spend as much time talking about D2 as I feared.
I didn't think we would.
I was hoping we
kinda
hoping
knew.
we wouldn't. So that was refreshing.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like, because I've only really shown up for like D2 things, and I get afraid of being pigeonholed as like the D2 guy. You know, a couple of days ago, I went to the bar to meet up with a friend, and he was there with a couple of other of his friends. And for whatever fucking reason, one of them, he just points at me. He's like, "Hey, you're the Destiny guy."
Oh no.
I literally did not recognize this person. He just points at me. He's like, "Hey, you're the Destiny guy." Ooh, my gosh, dude,
Ooh.
I was violent.
This
at
is
that
the man
moment.
who has never seen grass.
I was violent at that moment. You don't understand. It made me so sad to think about. It's like, is this what my life has come to? I'm just the Destiny guy.
No.
It's like I show up
Skipper.
on your streams.
No,
like, really
Skipper,
only just
you're
to play
more.
D2. It's like, oh gosh, I'm like
You're
the
more
D2
than
guy
that.
now.
You're more than your destiny. You are also my moderator.
That is true.
Be thankful in it.
I can wield the fan hammer.
This guy's like thinking of coming over. Wait, is he about to? Is he finding the? This guy just leveled up.
No, I'm hearing Guardian. No, he's gone up in Guardian rank. Oh, he's now level 3. Oh, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, he's got
like
a
a
DJ
brick.
emote. Hold on, hold on. Who's this guy? Look at this guy.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my gosh, look at, we're all celebrating. I freaking love this.
This
Destiny
is
2 is the best
great,
game.
yeah.
This is the best game.
Yeah, you get moments like this occasionally. It's like showing up to the Cosmodrome and just helping the
The new
Guardian rank
lights.
ones with the spider.
Yee, there he goes. Don't die. Going to Zavala. All right. Well, thank you, Skipper. Thank you, everyone who came. Squirrel, Suler, Jackule. Thank you for the resub. The new chatter. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Centurnal, thank you so much for coming. We'll leave the raids for tomorrow's streams. So thank you guys all so much that you could make it. I'm happy to have gotten to speak with all of you and to catch up with Skipper as well. If you guys like this content, drop a follow. I appreciate it immensely. If you want to interact with me, I am on Twitter at Rifmatic, but if you want to get to know me more personally, I have a Discord link. If you type in !Discord in the chat, that will give you the link for that. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you all tomorrow for the Duelistera SMP. There's so many of us! Thanks, guys, and see you
Hey, look
later.
at this.
Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony. Left me with the pieces of forever that you broke. But since you left me alone, I've been high. I wanna know what nobody knows. I wanna go where nobody goes. I lost my way, but I found my fighter's destiny. I don't wanna look back now, 'cause I know that I don't need your love. I won't let you take me down, 'cause lately I've been Was it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony. Left me with the pieces of forever that you broke. But since you left me alone, I've been high. Lately I've been high. wanna know what nobody knows. I wanna go where nobody goes. I lost my way, but I found my fighter's destiny. I don't wanna look back now, 'cause I know that I don't need your love. I won't let you take me down, 'cause lately I've been high. I've been high. Lately I've been Lately I've been high. Was it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony. Left me with the pieces of forever that you broke. But since you left me alone, I've been